So we actually got a chance. Just smile, guys.
Hi, my name is Chance Bowden.
I'm Takaria Pyatt.
I'm Talia Ford. And I'm Makala Garvin.
And welcome to TigerVision.
So you guys, we have an impeccable matchup for you guys tonight. Do you guys last week we took a huge loss?
You know, I noticed that a lot of the students, their feelings was really down, but you know,
Well, we actually got a chance to sit in on practice over the last 2 weeks and get a look in on what the players thought about the.
So let's take a live look into the Tigers' den.
Go.
How does it feel to be the only freshman on a varsity team?
It feels great. You know, I just feel like I worked hard to earn that position. You know, so just gotta keep grinding.
Yeah, it feels good. You know, you feel like you accomplished something. You know, putting that work in and just get what you get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
And how hard did you guys have to work to get to this?
Oh, you had to work very hard. You know, you had to prove to the varsity coaches that you know can like do your job on the field. You know, you had to prove that you better than everybody else. Well, not really better than everybody else, but you know, work harder than them. You got to come out here. You got to work. You got to grind. You got to get it.
Attitude, be on time every day. Work hard. Be respectful.
Yeah.
If you're not respectful, you're gonna make it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So, considering the fact that you're at every practice and every game, how hard do you think the team works?
Well, they're very intelligent, very smart. They play very hard.
And what do you see differently at the games that you don't see at practice?
They're very hyped at the game. At practice, they be like, yeah. But at the game, they be ready to go on the field, make the coaches happy, and play hard.
What did happen to you before we?
I was doing one-on-ones with John, and then we both fell, and my knee popped out of place. And then when they popped it back in place, and I was in the hospital, and they did the X-ray, and it was broken.
Okay, so you broke the knee. All right. Right. Okay, so considering that you're at since you go to every practice and every game, how do you think your team is doing, and what do you see differently at the games that you don't see at practice?
They don't have as much as intensity in the game as they do in practice. It seems like they have more fun going against each other than against other people.
I feel like David Line because, I just show intensity everywhere. I'm just that guy, you know what I'm saying? Always balling.
Well, whatever you bring onto practice, it shows off into the game, and hopefully you get better.
I think it is, but I think once the game starts going on, our intensity level picks up.
I feel like that's partly true, but it's partly not. We like to laugh a lot in practice, but when it's game time, we tend to be a little bit more serious and take it more serious. So, you're right. We gonna get it together. All right.
Okay, so how do you think you're going to perform at tonight's game?
I think I'm going to perform good. I came off a good performance last week. I had like 4 tackles and interceptions, so I'm feeling pretty hot about this game too.
So speaking of last week's game, how do you feel about that loss?
I feel like it was a overall good team effort. We got a little cheated by the refs, but that's an excuse. We just go bounce back. Hopefully have a good game today.
Okay. And what is one sports influencer that has influenced you the most?
Definitely my dad. That's actually the reason I wear 21. He just told me to give my all and never play every game like it's my last game.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
It'd be low when we doing bad, but like when we make a good play, it'd be like it'd be hype, but like my intensity be hype the whole time because I got ADHD.
How do you feel about the way that practices infuses into the games?
We try to simulate a game situation every week in our preparation. Starting with Monday, we do our goal line and short yardage situations. Tuesday, we work on our third down conversions, whether it's third and short, third and third long. Wednesday and Thursday, we do 2-minute drill. So at the end of the half or at the end of the game, we need to score, and we also want to conserve time, as much time on the clock as possible. So we definitely infuse game situations into our daily practice routine.
Okay, and last week's game, I know a lot of people were pretty upset about it. How were you feeling in that moment?
I mean, obviously you're disappointed for the kids. They worked so hard and they played so hard. You know, we had our opportunities. You know, there were just so many situations throughout that game. You know, we give up a touchdown, but then yet we come right back. And, you know, we score a touchdown on the kickoff return, and we get a penalty, a block in the back penalty, which backs us up. You know, we get an interception. You know, previously, prior to that, and you know, we get a guy that was just a little overexcited coming on the field, and we get a penalty for that. So it just seemed like every time we had a chance to put the game away, you know, we did things to self-inflict and you know, not allow it to happen. You know, we got down there to the 5-yard line, and you know, we had an overthrow ball, we had a drop ball, and just, you know, like I said, it was just certain situations that we had that we couldn't take advantage of. And, you know, but we feel good that we're there. We can be a really, really good football team, and we just have to clean up those mistakes and, you know, focus a little bit more this week and make sure that we finish strong.
And I actually had a chance to sit at a couple of your practices this week and last. The team looks pretty ready. How do you feel about tonight's game?
Yeah, I feel good. I think they responded well this week. It was obviously disappointing, but they came out ready to go on Monday, and they put it behind them. But they also used it as motivation. They don't want to have that feeling again. So I think they're hungry. I think they're ready, and they're definitely prepared to go out and win the night.
And I know you're head coach, so you're at every practice, every game, of course. So what do you see differently at the games that you don't see at practice?
Obviously, the enthusiasm. You know, it's tough to get excited when it's 95 degrees and the sun's beating down on you, and you know, you're tired from a long day of school, and you know, there's no crowd there, there's no band, there's no cheerleaders. You know, so that's the biggest difference. The atmosphere is a lot more exciting. There's a lot more enthusiasm on game nights as opposed to, you know, the daily grind of practice.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that was it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm finna perform spectacular out here, finna get me a couple kicks, you know, put this P on everything, don't forget.
If we come out and play with full intensity and come out with straight attitude and attack the field fast first, we should be able to lead up to the game.
Right. Okay. Thank you for your time.
I feel like my team will do very well. Excellent.
Thank you.
I didn't perform like a star because that's just what I do.
Okay, and how do you feel about you guys' loss? Like, what do you think you could have done differently to change that game?
I mean, I dropped one ball. I missed a couple blocks, but hey, everybody not perfect, so.
Okay, thank you.
The action during the game, the more ability to embarrass the other players, because this basically family out here.
So tell us, Maria, the intensity of this game, I mean, it's a lot. How do you feel about it?
I feel like this intensity of the game is very high for the boys because of the loss last week. And I just feel like the boys will come out with a big win tonight.
Okay, So considering the fact that you're a trainer, which means you're at every practice and every game, what do you see differently on the game field that you don't see on the practice field?
I don't see much of a difference on the game field and the practice field because it's more of a brotherhood all the way around. They coach each other on and off the sidelines, and in practice it's just all around love.
Now, as a personal trainer, what exactly do you do for the boys?
As in me and the other trainers, we keep them hydrated, and we tape them when they have injuries, and so they can play during the game. And we also eval their injuries to make sure and to tell them what they need to do to get back on the field so they can play for next week and then on.
Okay, so what about our coaches? Do you feel like they, practice them good enough so they can perform for the game?
I feel like the coaches do a lot in the practice for these boys. The boys just have to put their minds to it to actually put the faith that the coaches have in them into what they do on the field.
So I heard you mention last week's game. How do you feel about that loss? Because I know it was a major upset to everyone else.
I feel like last week loss, we did our best and we put everything we had into it. It was just not in our favor at the end.
So what do you think we need to do tonight to make sure that we're out with the same result?
We need to have the same determination we have in practice and the same mindset we have in practice whenever we have a loss in a game, that we need to just win and have faith in one another.
Well, that wraps up our Manatee County Fair pregame show. Let's take it back to the booth.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC on PalmettoTigers.com. TigerVision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like serving Manatee County since 1966. Garrett Richard, Workers' Compensation and Payroll Solutions for construction, agriculture, and high-risk companies. Clicking Spree, where we put your business on a clicking spree. DeVito's Auto Repair. For quality auto repair, visit DeVito's Auto, serving satisfied customers since 1978. Keaton's Office and Art Supply. Real, fast service, serving the business needs of the community since 1951. North Manatee Realty, serving Palmetto, Ellington, Parrish, and Manatee County. Richardson Stinton Roofing, locally owned and highly experienced Richardson Stinton Roofing. Rico's Pizzeria and Pasta House. Rico's now Palmetto location on 8th Avenue. Boyd Insurance and Investment Services, located in Manatee County, winner of the People's Choice for Best Insurance Agency in Manatee County 8 years in a row. Remedy Employer Services. Remedy, our favorite local PEO, providing services, benefits, and so much more. Superior Asphalt, superior quality, superior service, superior asphalt. Ugardi Architecture and Associates. Architecture, planning, interiors, Ugardi Architecture and Associates. Kiwanis Club of North Manatee, proudly serving Palmetto, Ellington, and Parrish. Spartan Air Services, serving Palmetto, Ellington, Parrish, and the Manatee County area. Hungry Howie's of Palmetto. Come join us and watch the Tigers. Great food and always a great time at Hungry Howie's. Wing House of Ellington, proud sponsor of Palmetto High Sports. Bring your friends and join us for some great wings. Asa Power, located in Palmetto. We are an electrical contractor with over 25 years of experience. Florida Patio Furniture Inc., resort-style pool and patio furniture, designing furniture for your business, home, and garden. TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. It's now time for the Manatee County Fair pregame show. Hello, folks. I'm Brian Varnador, and tonight I'm joined by Jennifer Summers and Rick Wells. We welcome you to this TigerVision presented by Conley Buick GMC broadcast. It's another beautiful evening here at Harley Stadium, here at the Jungle, and we're excited about the Palmetto return and the tonight's game versus Lake Gibson. Before we get started, I wanted to talk to fans out there about the Boosters Club and some of the things that are going on there, the programs that are available. IPFAM is a great program. Folks are able to participate in that program. We're getting a lot of community involvement in that, and it's really, IPFAM means I pay $5 a month. And if you do the math on that, a lot of people would say, okay, that's $60 a year, but you can also jump in there for only $50 a year if you want to do it, take care of that in one shot. And if you notice here on my shirt, I have the IPFAM logo there, and it's pretty nice. You know, it represents the community, and it kind of has a family feel to it, and that's something we always have in Palmetto. And also, on the other side, the shirt comes with a package. You get a Tiger Pride also, and on the back, what we love here in Palmetto, it's one town, one team. Well, Rick, I'm going to turn it over first. Jennifer Summers. We're going to have the national anthem first, and then we'll turn it over to Jennifer. Well, Tiger fans, now that the most important part of the beginning is wrapped up, what a beautiful job by the Palmetto Tiger band there. I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer Summers, and she's going to tell us about some of the great programs that are available and going on here with Palmetto High.
Thank you. Start with a big congratulations to our engineer teacher, Mr. Kenzior. Had his Perspective Racing team this past 2 weeks in Singapore. At the, I don't want to mess this up, the F1 in schools, and they won 3rd in the world for their Perspective Racing team. It was a 5-day competition, so a big, huge congratulations. Most importantly, also tonight, we have our junior cheer camp. We had, I think, 82 girls come out last Saturday morning, K through 8th grade, and learn some new cheers. Got to interact with the cheerleaders. Tonight they'll be putting on our halftime show for us. Parents and parents here tonight, lots of cool is to see a lot of alumni come back. So it's their parents are alumni, their grandparents are alumni, and now their little baby Tigers cheering on tonight. So we look forward to that, and we have actually good things coming on, but tonight we're focusing on cheer camp.
Thanks very much. And before we take off, Rick and I are going to run up to the stands and talk about things and some of the notes from last week's game. Kind of a heartbreaker here in this end zone behind us, but the Tigers really still in good shape for playoff contention, and we really need to win the games that are out in front of us. But Rick, we'll take a quick synopsis of what you think's going on, and then we'll head up to the box.
All right, thanks, Brian and Jen. First of all, I think all of us felt the pain of that loss last week. We love the Tigers. I mean, I love this team. I love the coaching staff. So I know that the pain that they felt didn't go away very easily. But Coach Marino said that the team really bounced back. They've had a great week of practice, and they're ready for tonight's game. So really, it's a new season if you want to that way, because we're in the same position we were in last year at this time, and we know that we were able to come back and we got into the playoffs. So from this point on, it's about winning. It's about putting a lot of points on the board to really show that playoff what the Tigers are made of, and then look at business tonight. And we've got to get our offense on the field and give them an opportunity just to put points on the board. So it's going to be a hard task. It doesn't get any easier. Every game I have to step up and make it happen, Brian.
All right, now as we take in another beautiful sunset here on the sun coast of Florida, here at Palmetto on the west side of the field, we always have a spectacular sunset right before kickoff. And Rick and I are going to march up to the box. We're missing Ken Burton Jr. and Tom Porter. So a big loss here with the TigerVision presented by Conley Buick GMC production crew. But Rick and I will be back in the box, and we thank you for watching the pregame show.
Hi, this is Alan Conley.
And this is Chris Conley from Conley Buick GMC, home of the limited lifetime powertrain warranty. This month, purchase a new 2018 GMC Sierra 2500 HD Crew Cab and save up to $6,000 off.
This includes our limited lifetime powertrain warranty, 10 years roadside assistance, and 2 years complimentary maintenance. Hurry in now as the supplies are limited.
Before you buy, stop by Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton, home of the lifetime warranty, where we treat you like family.
On Monday night, head over to PalmettoTigers.com. Our high school students have been putting together different Tiger logos, and you'll have your chance to vote for the new Palmetto Tiger logo on that evening. That's PalmettoTigers.com. Next week on the Friday football game, we will be showing who the winner is and displaying that for the first time. Again, Monday night, go to PalmettoTigers.com and cast your vote. Captains for tonight's game are number 7, Johnny Jones for Palmetto. Number 11, Derek Marino. Number 17, Anthony Marino. And number 22, Charles Miller. Captains for Lake Gibson, number 8, Julian Cervantes.
Welcome to Tiger Fans, presented by Conley Buick GMC. I'm Brian Varnador here along with Rick Wells, and we're anticipating a great game tonight. You know, we mentioned it briefly earlier that the Tigers had a rough game here, right here at Harley Stadium last week, but, you know, if you looked for a break in the action, Rick, you know, an easy game, you're not going to find that tonight.
You know, win or lose, every week is a new adventure. You got to put that win behind you and that loss, Brian. So we've got to come out here and just really clean up some of the mental mistakes that we made last week. If there's anything that we can control the silly penalties. I talked to Coach Marino before the game, and he was talking about the interception that John Wester made toward the end of the game, and his brother, Jonte Wester, was so excited that he came across the sideline, maybe a couple of yards, but the referees flagged us on that, and they flagged us for 12 men on the field. So if you remember, we would have started that drive at about the 45-yard line, but it pushed us back. And it pushed us back to about the 35. So here we are, you know, we're deep in our own side of the field. We have a couple of running plays that don't get us much. And, you know, before you know it, we're watching Braden River throw about a 50-yard completion in the middle of the field and run it all the way in for a touchdown. So we've got to control what we can control and just try to make the plays and not hurt ourselves continuously with silly penalties. I know they concentrate on that a lot, and they preach to the boys, but, you know, emotions are what emotions are. But we're looking forward to a good game tonight, and I truly believe they'll bounce back. And offensively, Brian, I'm looking for a big show tonight.
Yeah, one of the things we want to see is the Palmetto Tigers defense, you know, in the last 3 games, giving up a lot of rushing yards. That has a opportunity to slow that offense down, you know, when they spend a lot of the game sitting on the sideline. That's been the method for success, teams playing these Tigers, and we want to see it tighten up the defensive front there for the Tigers. All right, now we're going to have Rob. The ball has been blown live here to play, and we're going to get a kick out of good service here with DeVito's Auto Service located in Ellington. Now approaching the ball is Rafael Gonzalez. And the kick is out of there, and it's a short, high kick. It's going to land about the 20-yard line. He takes it up to 25, middle of the field, and he's going to be tackled up to the 26-yard line. So that's going to be the start for Lake Gibson. The Braves here will start off of that 26-yard line.
So we've have done well. We've talked about the special teams here all season. They have really stepped up to the task here all year. Not very often have they failed to stop the returner, past the 30, 35-yard line. So we've always given that defense an opportunity to make some plays and get the offense out on the field.
Now, Lake Gibson has the big tie down end lined up in the slot, and creeping over is Derek Marino to pick him up. And the quarterback here is Travis Williams. He's a good one, running back middle of the field. Here we go again. That's about a let's call it a 7-yard gain on the play. So that Palmetto Tiger defense is giving up big yards on first down.
Yeah, if we have one issue here defensively, it's always been that running game. We've got a pretty big back here tonight with Jaylon Glover. He's about 5'8", 175. I think he's only a freshman, Brian, but he runs the ball, like a powerhouse. So we're going to have to contain him, just like we did do with Batty last week.
All right, while Williams is waiting for this one out of the shotgun, 2 receivers. He hands it off to the back, and it's a fake, and now he throws it out there, a little RPO down the boundary, goes for a big first down. So there's your run-pass option there. Good play, fake.
Yeah, and number 9, Morgan Joseph, was able to get a pretty good block on Day Hill. And we talk about that all the time as well, how important the receivers play in the running game and some of these quick passes. And if you get a block, you can pick up a quick 10. That's what they did on that play, Brian.
Yeah, have a really good receiver out here, Gavin Carter. And then number 3, Malachi McNeely is phenomenal out there. Now Williams takes this and he fakes the handoff. Now it's quarterback keep to the left side, wide open running lane, and he's got the first down and tackled on the sideline there. So Travis Williams, another first down.
Well, we talk about this every week, but it's about being disciplined, and defensively you got to stay in your gap. You got to do your job and quit trying to anticipate a play to the opposite side when it's coming to your side. So our defensive ends have got to stay home tonight.
All right, now they're coming out of this, and they have 2 in the formation out here, wide to the right, 1 single receiver out to the left. Williams hands the ball off to the back. Now that time a good tackle, but that's still a 3.5, 4-yard gain on the play. One of the things that we see, Rick, this offensive line for Lake Gibson, there's a 6'3", 295-pounder, a 6'5", 290-pounder, and a 6'3", 315-pounder across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and these big lines have given us problems all season because we are undersized as a D line, but we're athletic. That was Matty White that was able to make that play. And Matty, as strong as he is, he got dragged about 3 yards on that play.
So 2nd and 7 here, ball spotted at about the 43-yard line. And this time the back's got it, and he's tackled from behind, but not before he gains the first down on the play. So the Palmetto Tigers, are showing again the rushing offenses are able to control this defensive line.
Yeah, and that was William Rumpf on the tackle, number 52 for the Tigers. But we're trying to chase them down and tackle the tailbacks here already, and we're not making the play at the line of scrimmage. We're actually chasing and running behind them, trying to make a tackle. So they're going to keep running the ball, as we know, until we stop them, Brian.
All right, now Travis Williams has the ball. He's got the big back in the backfield with him there, and a little bit of motion there in the backfield, not called, and good tackle there by Dozier coming back to peel back, but still even on a play like that, still 2.5, 3-yard gain.
Yeah, one thing we're not getting right now, we're not getting any type of penetration on the line. The defensive front are unable to get any surge on the line of scrimmage, and we're making these tackles 2-3 yards on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage. So we're just going to have to keep working hard and try to get off these blocks.
Ball at the 33-yard line. Williams is out of the shotgun, and he's got Glover in the backfield with him. Now he hands the ball off to Glover, cuts it to the outside, and he's going to go for another first down on the play. So, he's just about
short.
6 inches short on that one, so it's bringing up a third and about 6 inches.
And there's Mike Goff coming off the field, a little gimpy. I don't know what happened to him, but Mike has been nursing a sore ankle all season since the Manatee game.
So here we go, 8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. As they break the huddle, it's down to 8:01. Third and a very, less than a yard on the play. Williams looks over the defense. He hands the ball off to Glover, and he plunges inside. Good tackle there. That's going to be Kendall Reynolds that came across there, but he may have still picked up that first down.
No,
he's short.
So
great play by Kendall Reynolds.
Good job by Kendall, and we're still looking at a fourth and inches here, but looks like Lake Gibson's going to go for it regardless here. This would be a good time for an option or a fake, and they're going to have that line stacked trying to stop this fourth down conversion, but we'll see what Lake
Big offensive line. You got a 6'3" quarterback back there. He's going to take the ball under center. Palmetto is in a very heavy run defensive front there. About 6 of them across the line. Now this ball came out initially, and then now Williams is looking. He's got the first down. Marino unable to make a tackle over there. He goes for the easy pickup.
Well, I did see a hold on number 28. That's going to be on
Marino.
Well, I think Braden had a hold on Braden Niggle, and they also had a hold on Marino, which wasn't called. So that prevented them from getting off the block and even making a tackle.
Marino was back there in the defensive backfield and definitely got held on that play also on the edge. But now they're knocking on the door here at the 16-yard line, and Travis Williams is going to take this one out of the shotgun. He has 2 receivers out to the left, 1 single out here to the right, and that's a very dangerous Gavin Carter. Now he hands the ball off, fakes the handoff to Glover. He keeps it, goes an easy touchdown there for Travis Williams.
Yeah, and I think that Coach Cucci would tell you that that's inexcusable. I mean, there's really, that's just a lack of discipline on the defensive front there, and we can't allow the quarterback to continue to fake the handoff and get around the edge so easily. I mean, he wasn't touched for 10 yards, Brian, and when that defensive unit gets back to the sideline, stand by because they're about to get
blistered over there.
Yes, they are.
Now Armando Maldonado waits to kick this one through. 6 minutes, 29 seconds. Snaps good, spots good, kicks up, and it is good. So very early on, 6 minutes and 28 seconds in the first. Palmetto Tigers are trailing this one 7-0.
And I know the coaching staff's going to be disappointed with the defense, and they should be, because I really didn't see a lot of fire or a lot of aggression from the defense on that series of plays, and nothing to disrupt the offense of Lake Gibson, which you expect. We expect to see a little bit more fire from this. This is a young crew. We know they're going to make mistakes, but they're also one of the most athletic groups that we've had at Palmetto for a long time, but they're not showing it right now. They're going to have to step it up, or we're going to have a long game.
All right, now to kick the ball off is Armando Maldonado. He's a 5'8", 165-pound sophomore. And back to receive this one is Jonte Wester and Corian Brown back there. So it's really important in this first series that Palmetto Tigers, come out and establish some offense. Get a kick out of good service with DeVito's Auto Repair located in Ellington, Florida. Short kick. This is a pooch. They're going to try to keep it away from that very dangerous receiving game. There's the pooch high kick, and it's going to be fielded there by Wester. He's at the 25, cuts it up in the middle. He's got a lane. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, 40, 50, 45, and he's going to be tackled at the 40-yard line. No flags. Big return.
Yeah, good return. We know what Jonte is capable of whenever he gets his hands on the ball. The best thing about that play was no flags. We know what happened last week when Jonte ran it back for a touchdown against Braden River. We had that mystery block in the back that we've all heard about, but this was a good job by the special teams of the Tigers. So, like you said already, Brian, I mean, we've got to score. We really can't afford to have any stalled drives offensively. We got to come out here and do what we're capable of doing. We know that this offense is dynamic, but man, we got to start showing people how dynamic we are.
Yes, so 6 minutes and 14 seconds. We're joined here in the booth tonight. Charlie Wells is next to me here, and I am in awe because after listening to many of his calls from years gone past, and it is awesome with the absence of Ken Burton Jr. and Tom Porter. So we're having a great time up here, but it's time for these Palmetto Tigers to come out here and put 7 on the board. Now, Kobe Mays is out here wide, and he has Adravian Butler out here in the slot and looking things over. One thing we've seen is it takes a long time for the Palmetto Tigers are lined up ready to play, and we're waiting for the officials to blow this one live. 6 minutes, 14 seconds remain here in the first. Johnny Jones in the backfield. Marino has Butler in motion, stops in the backfield. They fake it, they throw a little bubble screen out here looking for a block, turning it up, and that's going to be a gain of about 3-4 yards on the play. So nice, safe play, get things rolling here.
Yeah, that's a good sign also, Brian. It looked like maybe Bubba's ankle is feeling a little bit better. He was able to make a good cut.
All right, Marino's got it. He throws it out there to Wester. He's going to need to make a great move, and he does. He's got the first down.
So we just need to continue to pick up positive yards. Yeah, here we go. We've got Anthony in the shotgun. We got some movement by Johnny Jones. It looks like that's going to be a penalty on the Tigers.
I'm up. All right, 3rd and 3 here for the Tigers, and 5 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and really a big play here for the Tigers. And it's a false start, so that's now going to be 3rd and 8. So here, very rocky start here for the Tigers, but let's put a first down on the board. Marino's got it. He has Johnny Jones in the backfield, and out here wide is Curtis Thomas along with Jonte Wester and Butler in the slot. Marino looks, fires it over the middle of the field. That's Kobe Mays. First down, Tigers.
Yeah, and we know this, but Kobe is the go-to guy. He reminds me a lot of some of the receivers that we've had in the past where you could always count on them for that third and long when you really needed a receiver to step up and make a play, and Kobe is definitely that guy.
Ball is at the 34-yard line. Marino with the option, and he's got out there, and that's got to be Butler trying to turn the corner, and he goes for a nice gain on the play. It looks like about a 6-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, Lake Gibson does have a D1 prospect defensive end, Trevor Arnett, who is 6'5", 222. He's a junior. So anything that we can do to keep away from him should be a positive play.
All right, John. Looking out here wide, we have Curtis Thomas out here wide on the short side of the field. Marino takes and hands the ball off. Johnny Jones, jump cut, nice move, and he's got all the way down to the 6-yard line. First down.
Yeah, so good job by the O-line on that. They're running right now behind our big tackle, Lee Matthews, and I would run it on that side all the time because Lee is going to be putting somebody on their back, and he's doing just an outstanding job against a very athletic defensive unit for Lake Gibson.
4 minutes, 41 seconds. Johnny Jones, middle of the field. He goes for about – he's still going, and he's going to be down at the 5-yard line. Tough run. And so now that'll bring up a second and about, let's see the mark over there. Second about 5.5, 6 yards. Johnny Jones in the backfield with Marino. Curtis Thomas is out here wide in the slot is Butler. Marino tries to draw him off sides. They're not biting tonight. Looking things over. Plenty of time on the clock. Marino audibled at the line there. Fakes a handoff, throws it out there to Butler, makes a great catch, but that's going to be no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was that could have been a great play. If we would have handed that ball to Johnny, there was a hole. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He would have walked into the end zone untouched. So something to put back in the toolbox here, Coach Marino. I'm sure he saw that. The coaches upstairs saw it as well. But we're looking at a 3rd and 8 here, and we really need to put some points on the board.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 29 seconds here. Palmetto Tigers want something other than a field goal out of this possession, but really have to have points this first possession of the game for the Palmetto Tiger offense. Marino scans the field, 2 receivers on both sides. Johnny Jones in motion. He throws it out there to Johnny Jones. Going to need to, oh my goodness, what a move, but he's tackled at the 5-yard line, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 5. And here comes the field goal kicking unit, so it's going to be a big kick here for number 42, and that's going to be Rafael Gonzalez. Clock is burning, 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
So the key here is just to try to get some points, Brian, and then hopefully the defense can come out here and make a stop. But this is going to be very important for us to at least get 3 out of this drive.
Gonzalez approaches the ball, kicks up. Boy, it's very close.
It's good.
And it's good. Just squeaked that one inside the right upright, so your Palmetto Tigers are trailing this one 7-3. Now, what we really need to do on this
we got a hand on it.
Yeah.
We got a fingertip at least, and good job there. So, Brian, we just from what I'm seeing, we look really flat. And I'm, I don't know, we can't have a hangover, right?
No,
You can't come out here flat because of what happened last week. You got to be fired up here because every game counts here as far as the playoffs, and we just need to find some enthusiasm here somehow. But that kickoff return is just something that we're not used to, and I really didn't see that speed from the special teams that we usually see. So
yeah, normally with the Tiger special teams unit out there, if it's a foot race, somebody's able with the angles to track them down, but you could see the great speed there by the kick returner. And the strategy he employed back there, Rick, he was kind of hesitating, then took off. That either works out great or it's a terrible strategy, but this time tonight it worked out fantastic. He kind of liked for him to hit it up in there, but a great return. So the Palmetto Tigers defense have given up a touchdown, and also the special teams unit. Now kicking off is Armando Maldonado. See if they kick to Wester again. Corian Brown's back there with him. And it's a high, long kick, and that one's going to be out of the end zone, so that's a touchback. So the Palmetto Tigers are going to start this one at the 20. And if you're Lake Gibson, why you would pooch kick when with Jonte Wester back there, when he's got that kind of leg. He does have a slight breeze at his back, but he crushed that one, Rick.
Yeah, I don't know if they were just thinking that they could contain Jonte and maybe they get a strip and get a fumble recovery. I don't know, but if you can kick it into the end zone, that's where you should kick it every time.
All right, Palmetto Tigers offense. We're only trailing 10, but it's very early in this game. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. I noticed here, too, this Lake Gibson team has great size. Some of the corners out here about 6'2". Rare to see that out of a corner. Now, this time on the jet sweep is Butler, and he cuts it up, and it's going to be a gain of about 3-4 yards on the play.
Yes, we got to do a little better job of staying on these blocks out here and giving Bubba an opportunity to at least make one move and try to pick up some yards. We're still looking at about 2nd and 5.
So a 4-yard gain on the play. Marino runs the option out there. He pitches it out there, and that's going to be Johnny Jones. He's going to be tackled there. 2-yard loss on the play.
So right now, Lake Gibson, they're doing a great job just running up and down the line and containing the edge and keeping our tailbacks from being able to turn the corner, Brian. And we saw some plays right up the gut, right up the middle that were effective. So we may have to rethink our strategy here and just try to stay away from. They've got some outstanding DNs, and the linebackers are really doing a great job at this point.
And that corner out there is a 6'2", 180-pound, very large cornerback out there in coverage. Marino looking over the field, look at the middle of the field, nothing there, steps up, and he's going to be throwing the ball late. No receiver able to get there. Avoids the sack, but it's time for Palmetto to punt this one away.
So we're just not clicking offensively. We are trying to figure out what's going to work, and we haven't found much up to this point, but we're going to have to try to get something started here defensively. First thing, we got to stop this punt return. We got to get him back there. Hopefully, Derek get a good punt off here, and we can get them back.
And that's Sam McCall back there return this. They've got 2 returners back there. Snap is high. Marino goes up, gets a piece of it. Now he's rolling, kicks it, and it's going to be partially blocked. And then it's going to be down at the 4-yard line. So, boy, the wheels are falling off the bus here for the Tigers early on.
So we're having a lot of first here. The first time we've had a really bad snap on a punt. This is a kickoff return. Special teams is really going to upset Coach Robbie Stevenson. He already has his visor off like the old ball coach. He's going to be throwing it around here pretty soon. But this is a huge task here for the defense. We're about the 6-yard line here, 5-yard line.
Yeah,
Brian?
about 6-yard line here. So it's going to be 1st and goal for Lake Gibson. Big back in the backfield back there, and that's going to be Williams. Keeps it, throws the RPO wide open receiver, nobody out there, and there's going to be a flag on the play in the backfield. So let's see how that one sorts out. Let's see what we've got here. Here comes the penalty on the play. He might say that there was an illegal receiver or lineman. It's a personal foul, and it's against Lake Gibson. And that was really on Derek Marino was back there in the backfield.
They took a shot at Braden Nichols. They did something. It was a kind of a cheap shot on Braden, and that's why the penalty was called. It was away from the play. It was already over. Basically, he was already running into the end zone. So just a huge mental mistake by Lake Gibson.
Oh, and that is a huge break for your Palmetto Tigers here with 43 seconds. That would have extended the lead out there to 20-3, and so that backs them up. Now they've got the ball spotted on the 25-yard line. Just a huge break for the Palmetto Tigers. Look at the size of the tight end out here in the slot. That guy looks like he's about 6'7" out there. Now there's another penalty, and it's going to be Lake Gibson lines up in offsides. The tight end was out there, so it's offsides. That's going to back him up another 5 yards. So, very high fortune here for the last 2 plays. Big breaks for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's critical that we take advantage of it.
Travis Williams going to take this one under center this time, and he fakes the handoff. Boy, nice fake. Rolls out there, wide open receiver out there, and he's going to go big back running. Oh, big hit by Mike Goff comes up with a big hit. But that, was a huge gain on that, regaining back all that penalty yardage.
But we're just out of position, Brian. I mean, that's a linebacker's responsibility. We have no one even close to that receiver, and we just gave them all that penalty yardage back in one shot.
Golly, and now at the close of the first quarter, your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 13-3, and really it's time for the Tigers. This is a huge series, but we haven't seen anything go the Tigers' way at this point in the game. Lake Gibson comes in here. They've got a nice size quarterback. The offensive line, I'm looking at the numbers here, averaging probably 290. One of the guards out there is like 250 or a center, but the rest of them are over 3 bills. So they're probably averaging about 295 across the lines, and they're showing it.
Well, right now they're having their way with our D-line, but that's no excuse. These linebackers, they know what their assignment is. They know their responsibilities. They got to pick that back up out of the backfield. They got to pick up that crossing route. They're just not in place, and I can tell you just from watching them, they practice this every single day. I mean, they're going up against a very explosive offense in practice, and they know what their job is. So they got to knock the cobwebs out here and get going, because right now they're struggling. They're totally out of assignment almost every play.
Now they did shuffle the line a little bit. They don't look as big as before, but there's some big ones out there. Now they have this one, and it is second and about 2 yards to go for that first down now. So Williams is waiting in the shotgun, 2 backs there with him, fakes it, keeps it, scores.
Once again, here we go.
Piece
I mean,
of cake.
that's untouched until Day hits him. He's already across the line. So just not what we expected here tonight. We thought they would come out and show a little concern about what happened last week and want to set the record straight and get things going early. But it's been everything but that.
My goodness, Maldonado is going to kick this one. 5'8", 165-pound sophomore waits for the snap here. And spotting this one out there is Marvon Joseph. And this one is up and good. So with 11 minutes and 50 seconds here in the second quarter, your Palmetto Tigers are trailing this one 20-3.
So our offense has got to step it up. They have to be the offense that we know they are. You've got too many skilled players over there. You have too much speed to be dragging behind here 20-3 early in the second quarter. There's really no excuse for that. I know Coach Marino is probably right now just scratching his head, but we've got to get out of this fuzz that we've got going on and start making plays, pick up first downs, get in the end zone. And let's get something positive here. To have only 3 points right now is really not, it's unexcusable for an offense that's this talented.
Yeah, we're into, it's 11 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Maldonado is going to take this one and kick it off, and the Palmetto returners are up at the 15-yard line, and showing his leg on that last kick. You might want to take a little bit of a deeper return, but he's right now. Let's see how he walks this one off. So get a kick out, a good service with DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. Kicks this one, drives it, and he's going to field it there at the 5-yard line, and that's going to be Wester looking for a seam, keeps his balance, spins, and a nice, decent return on that to about the 26-yard line, Rick.
So good return, but offensively, we had great field position early on in the first quarter. The last series, we stalled. It was ugly. You've got to be able to perform when you are shooting for the playoffs. When you're in the corner here, your back's against the wall, you got to come out fighting, and you got to at least put forth an effort that shows everyone here, all these Tiger fans, that you are ready to make a stand and get back to the playoffs. Because right now, I don't see a playoff caliber team.
Marino out of the shotgun, and one receiver in motion there, a jet sweep fake, and he throws in the middle of the field. It's too deep, and that's going to be incomplete pass. Some statistics here from our Atlanta studio from Steven Johnson. Palmetto 5 rushes, 24 yards, 5 for 6 passing, 24 yards, 48 total yards in the first quarter. Lake Gibson, 9 rushes for 68 yards, 2 for 2 passing, 27 yards, and 95 total yards. So, and that mostly is rushing, and Palmetto defense is looking at giving up another 200-yard rushing game again. Now we had a stoppage of play as Palmetto broke the. So let's see. So we might have an equipment violation here on number 4. Looked like the referee whistled, and the number 4 is going to be David Corgelis, the cornerback over there, 5'8", 155. With an equipment violation. So now replacing him is going to be Terrian Boykins is going to be out there and replace. He's normally a running back, but now he's out there at cornerback. It'd be hard to get that information out to Anthony Marino, and looks like they're going to rotate things and maybe bring number 11, Sam McCall. Now that he stays over there on the short side of the field, so it's going to be number 21, a running back now is out there as cornerback, and so we'll see. Marino looks over, got a wheel route over here to the right, throws it down there, and that's going to be complete.
You're not going to catch
Wester,
him. You're not going to catch him. You're not going to catch him.
Touchdown.
Okay, that's a playoff caliber play. That's what you got to do. We got to quit messing around. We got to get out here and make plays because that's what we have offensively. So good job by Anthony Marino. Good job by Jonte Wester. Now defense, it's time for you to come out here and give your offense the ball back.
Now, what I like about that, I don't know if Ty Stoll, the offensive coordinator upstairs, was able to get that with the change over there as soon as the other player came in with the equipment violation. The first play after the equipment violation, that's the cornerback that the Tigers pick on there. You know, normally a running back out there playing corner just was fooled on the wheel route, bit on the out action, and took it up the boundary. And Wester, no one will catch Jonte Wester. Rafael Gonzalez awaits. Good snap by Nickel, and the kick is up, and it is good. So your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 20-10.
Well, I mean, that's what we are used to seeing. We know what this offense can do, Brian. We know that they can score, on 70 yards on one play. We know that they are capable of really being explosive anytime that they do what they're supposed to do. So right now we just got to get out here and try to stop Lake Gibson. I mean, this is really, I guess I want them to be as mad as we are. I want them to be mad about what happened. I want them to be angry and go out here and take out this frustration against Lake Gibson, because that's what we would do. That's how we'd be so fired up you wouldn't be able to contain us.
Yeah, it appeared the Tigers came out flat, in the first quarter there. You can just amazingly how you could come out flat, and this is a impressive looking team. I'm looking down there at Trevor Arnett. He's a 6'5", 222-pound tight end defensive tackle. He looks like he's about 6'7", 6'8" right there on the front line of the return. And then back there is very dangerous Sam McCall, number 11, back there to return this one. And the kick is up, and it's going to be a great kick, and he mashes this one out of the end zone. So great kick by Gonzalez. I think, Rick, he's coming off, he came off an injury, and we're seeing some of that power that maybe he had lost for the last couple weeks. He's getting back into good form.
Yeah, he's starting to get it back finally. I mean, he had an ankle injury, just a terrible injury for a kicker. And that takes time. There's nothing you can do to speed up the healing process, and it's really good to see him back and getting back to the old form that he had last year, because we're going to need him here during this stretch of ball games we got coming up.
So you got Travis Williams is back there. He has a big back in the backfield, single receivers on both sides of the formation. Palmetto in a single high safety look. Running back takes it. Marino with a good tackle there. It goes for about a 2-yard gain on the play. And Derek was outweighed on that one, Rick, by what do you think, about 40 pounds?
I mean, that entire offensive unit, except for number 3, McNeely, I mean, they look like they're all 200 pounds and more. That tight end is
massive.
Is the biggest tight end we've faced all year.
He looks like Gronkowski out there or something. He's a massive size tight end, big offensive line, nice size running back. And out here wide now, number 13, Jason Campbell's a 6'1", 180-pound receiver.
He looks taller than that, doesn't he?
He sure does. And then Malachi McNeely out there wide. Watch out for McNeely. They looked for a wheel here, shut down by the defense. And now good coverage back there. Oh, there's a late flag, and I'm not so sure about that one, Rick.
Well, he didn't catch it.
He knocked it out.
And the flag came in really late after the play was already over, so I didn't see anything that
maybe
stood out. But
maybe we can pick that up on the North Manatee Realty cam. The receiver, McNeely, went up there and had it, and then the defensive back was able to knock it out of there. The referees are talking this one over. It might be whether it's a defensive holding or it is a pass interference against the Tigers. So, that's a big one, and that'll bring up a first down here. Ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line because they're at it's going to be about the 38-yard lines where they spot this one.
So that was on the far side, so we really can't get a good shot of where the hands were, if there was any type of any contact there. I didn't see it, but I thought they were both going for the ball. He still had an opportunity to catch it, just couldn't come down with it when he hit the ground.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers on both sides. Takes the ball, fakes it. Now he's rolling. Good Defense there, throws across the middle, crossing route wide open. It's McNeil. Actually, that was number 13, Jason Campbell. Easy pick, or that was McNeely.
That's all linebackers there. Those linebackers got to pick that up, and I know Coach Cucci is just going nuts right now, but those linebackers have got to pick that up and get some coverage on that back. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what they're seeing.
You know,
they're late on the break, and they can't get to them.
And the thing is, with good pressure in the backfield there, you know, if you just have coverage back there, you're going to have a huge sack on the play. But it's the same route that we've been hit in, you know, Manatee game and some other games. Got to shore that up. Now, quarterback keeps it again. Nice fake on the play, and he goes for about a 5-yard gain. So Williams is just, you know, and this offense is just having a field day on the Palmetto Tiger defense.
They sure are, Brian, and we really cannot give them another score. We have got to figure this out and start putting them down here behind this line of scrimmage, because they're just picking up yards whenever they want to.
Jalen Glover is in the backfield there. Gavin Carter is out here wide on this side, 2 receivers set. Big tight ends out there wide on the right side of the field. Hands off, fakes the handoff to Jalen Glover. There's a tight end, just a tiny little hook pattern there, and it's going to go for big yardage. So that's easy pickings.
Yeah, and that was Day Hill, and Day Hill just, for whatever reason, just couldn't get on him quick enough, and then he didn't make the tackle at the point of contact, and we get another 10 yards out of it after the catch. And, you know, we're just going to have to focus. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, defensively, we got to focus and start doing our job, and that's about as simple.
Jason Campbell just over there running a little button hook.
It wasn't anything fancy.
No coverage back there.
It was nothing fancy.
Williams awaits, and he has 2 receivers out here left, 1 single. Fakes the handoff, and he takes it again. Tigers bite on the fake again, and he goes for a 9-yard gain.
You know, we continue to bite on this. This has hurt us before. Somebody, we talked about this last week, you got to keep eyes on the quarterback. Somebody's got to be spotting the quarterback. I mean, he's picking up, you know, 4, 5, 6 yards every play, and we don't have anybody around them. They're all attacking the running back who's empty-handed.
So that was about a 7-yard gain on the play, so he just went out of bounds before he was down over there. But 2nd and 3 here, knocking at the door. Ball is at the 7-yard line. Williams looks. He has one in the backfield. That's Glover back there with him. He hands it off to Glover this time, trying to outrun the defense. He does, and he's all the way for the touchdown.
Go. More missed tackles right there. We had an opportunity to make a tackle for about a 1-yard gain. We missed 4 tackles on that play, and that's been a reoccurring theme here, unfortunately, for the Tiger defense, is that we're just not wrapping up. We're just that's an easy touchdown, because we're not wrapping up. That's it.
Goodness. Tonight, this Lake Gibson team looks like a juggernaut. They are not missing anything. 7 minutes and 57 seconds remain here in the second. And the kick is spotted up, partially blocked again, and it is no good. So the Palmetto Tigers, they got 1 positive here, 2 block kicks in the game. Don't know who got a piece of that one, but it's 26-10.
Yeah, I don't want to sit over here and be negative Nelly, Brian, but see, we're better than this defensively. I mean, we should be, making plays, the plays that you're supposed to make. And when you've got a running back in your grasp, you got to make the tackle. That's one thing Braden River did last week. When they got their hands on us, they tackled us. And there's really no excuse. With that, Coach Cucci practices this every single day, and these guys know how to tackle. They're not showing it. You can't just put a shoulder on these backs out here today. You've got to put your hands on it.
Good gracious, the Tigers are trailing in this one 26-10. Still a lot of time on the clock, 7 minutes and 57 seconds, and now the kicker is Armando Maldonado, and he's kicking into a bit of a wind here now that's picked up a little bit, so I don't expect for him to kick this one in the end zone, but let's see what he's got.
I don't think he's going to try to kick it deep. He looks like he's going to pooch it.
Come on, Corian Brown. He looks like he'll be pooching the ball too, and it's a squib kick, and that one's going to be picked up by Jonte. Well, Jonte Wesker's got it. He's at the 30, and he's tackled just short of the 30. He's talked at the 28-yard line.
On the squib kick.
So offense has got to come back out here, and they got to be explosive, and they got to get some points on the board. We're going to have to try to hang with Lake Gibson as much as we can here, because we've got Jonte down, so that's not a good sign. I don't know. He's in some pain.
So Jonte Wester, our fantastic receiver here, down on the field. Oh, and that's you hate to see that from one of the most, well, I would say the most dynamic kick returners in the county that I've seen. And during this time, the referees are going to take a water break and sort this out. Which brings me to Richardson Stenton Roofing, one of our great sponsors located in Manatee County, servicing the Manatee, Palmetto, Ellington areas. Nothing could have been worse than that, with the Palmetto's trailing here, but Jonte's off the field and he's moving.
That's a good sign, because whenever he was holding his leg, and that's the last thing you want to see from one of your star players. So he'll take a play off. Hopefully he'll be all right. He can come back here and help this Tiger offense get in the end zone, because we're going to need him.
All right, now here that number 99, Trevor Arnett, is going to drop out there at defensive end. That's your 6'5", 222-pound garden variety D end out there, and then really a very tall, lengthy defensive backfield back there. So you're going to have to get him out in space and throw around him here, because this is not one of the teams that you're going to be able to complete jump balls. But we've seen Ty Stolt, the offensive coordinator, had success against some really powerful, great teams too. They have a two-safety look this time. Marino scans the field, little yo-yo screen out there, and it's going to be Butler, shakes the tackle, goes for about 4-yard gain.
Yeah, really, you only had one receiver out there to try to make a block, and that was Kobe Mays. It would still pick up about 3, but you've got 3 defenders over there, so there's no way Kobe's going to block 3 of them.
Yeah, I like the play call. Comes off.
Yeah.
And now they're going to throw and it's bounced. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
And that saying that was lateral, I believe that was an incomplete pass.
No, they're calling it lateral.
My goodness. So now that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 17, we'll call it. Yeah, actually 3rd and 14. Apologize for that, guys. Ball is right at the, let's call it the 24-yard line. So Marino has 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Probably expecting a middle screen or something like that. Marino looks, runs it in the middle of the field. He's got the right boundary, and he's going to take a hit on the sideline. Oh, there's a little.
We have a flag for a late hit, I do believe, on Marino.
No flag over there for the late hit.
Yeah, we were. He was well out of bounds when one of those big D linemen came over there and took a little shot on him.
Yeah, now Anthony was probably right at the first down marker, but the personal foul results in a first down for the Tigers. That's a big one. So with 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here, your Palmetto Tigers are trailing this 26-10, and it feels a lot worse than that, Rick. Put the points on the board here, Palmetto Tigers, and let's play a little defense, and we will be returning the kick as we open up the second half. So let's see this offense go down here and make some plays. 1st and 10, ball is spotted at the 46-yard line. Marino hands it to Corian Brown, middle of the field. He goes for about 2-yard gain on the play. So it's going to be about 2nd and 8.
Yes, we're having a hard time
trying to hurry him up here.
Yeah,
right?
the O-line is, they're doing the best they can, but right now we're just not opening up those holes that we need to for Johnny
Now Johnny Jones checks in. Corian Brown lost a shoe on that play. 6 minutes remaining on the clock. Marino fakes a handoff to Johnny Jones, cuts it up inside, and he goes for about a nice pickup on the play. He's about a half yard short of the first down. So let's see where the spot is. Goodness, it's a tough spot. It's a long 2 yards here. 5 minutes 45 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers. Third down and very short. And there's a stoppage of play there by the referees. And let's see how they sort this one out.
Somebody called timeout, I do believe. I don't know who it was. I think it was Lake. Was it Lake Gibson?
Lake Gibson calls a timeout, and I believe that's their first timeout of the half.
Well, they saw the Tiger offense. We got to the line really, really quick. They were ready to snap that ball, and I don't think they were in good position for that. So that was that's a good call by the Lake Gibson coach, and get these guys a little rest here. But I tell you what, man, when you look over there, you see number 99, Trevor Arnett for Lake Gibson. You look at number 9, Joseph. I mean, he's 210. He's a DN. Arnett's a DM. He's some big boys over there on that defensive side.
Hosses over there. It's incredible. One thing that we thought we'd see, it is a huge disparity between the sides along the lines of scrimmage. And then, not only that, as a bonus, your safety over here, or your corner, Sam McCall, he's a wide receiver DB, is 6'2", 180 out there playing corner. So, a very large team here, this Lake Gibson team. Marino has it 3rd and 2. Very important play here for the Tigers. They're bringing him. Butler in motion. He fakes it. Marino keeps it. He's got the first down and more. Shakes a tackle, and he's tackled on the sideline after the first down gain there. So good things for the Tigers. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, good job, Anthony Marino. Good fake. He's really improved his game when it comes to running the ball this year. We've seen him score several touchdowns already, and he's just a true leader of that offense. So we need to keep it going here with 5:24 left in the first half.
Ball spotted at 33-yard line. Fakes it. Now he throws it out there. Come get it. And Kobe Mays drags the defender forward. So nice gain on the play. Positive first down play. Goes for about 8 yards. Let's see. 7 yards on the play. So good gain.
Yeah, good job by Kobe, because that was McCall he drugged for about for about 2 yards, and that's that big cornerback you were talking about.
Oh, and they jump. Let's see how they sort that one out. Ingram was out there, came out of his stance, and it is going to be a false start on the Tigers.
Yeah, so those are the little things that we continue to do that really hurts us, and we've talked about that several times. And when you get down here, I mean, we have to score every series, and we've got to be disciplined. And it's just, it hurts when you get backed up 5 yards.
Marino has this one 2nd and 8, 4 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. Under center this time. Johnny Jones tries to shake a tackle there, and he goes forward for a small gain on the play, about a yard.
Yeah, that was Daniel Darius, number 7, another DN. He's a 5'9", 175. I mean, they're all over the place defensively, and we're having a hard time containing them.
My goodness. Now DN is 6'3", 210 out there. Looks out there, wide open receiver, shaking. There you go. Puts his foot in the ground, and he's going to be short of the first down. Now, is that it's Curtis Thomas over there, I believe, Rick?
So about 4th and a long 1 here, maybe 2.
Yep.
So time for they're not even thinking about it, Brian.
No, you're going to probably see an option or a quarterback keep on this one. 3 minutes and 40. Marino's got it, and he's got a first down, turns it up, and nice play there. Good blocking by the right side of the line. Ingram over there had a key block.
Yes. I mean, Anthony just, he's patient. That's what I like about him. He waits for Ingram to get that block so he can pick up that very crucial first down here. 1st and 10 with 3:29 to go in the first half.
Johnny Jones couple nice cuts, puts his hand on the ground, goes forward for a nice gain on the play. So the clock is wound down to 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and that's a good thing for the Tigers.
And that's
Taking some clock here.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to see. I mean, Johnny's got such great balance.
Marino looks over to the sideline, sorting things out. He's got Johnny Jones in the backfield. Butler over here. Kobe Mays wide.
This is about Kobe time, I think, Brian. This is Kobe's moment to shine.
2 minutes, 54 seconds. Marino looks, throws it out there late. Wide open receiver. He drops it. Wow.
Let me tell you why that would have been a great play, because Anthony stood back there as long as he could to allow that play to develop as the receivers were taking those corners and that safety into the end zone, and Jonte would have had almost a wide open shot to the end zone.
And there is a flag back there in the defensive backfield, and we had Ingram down there, but the ball was thrown right at the line of scrimmage, so very close. And let's see, and it's going to be defensive penalty, I believe. Personal foul. Hands to the face.
Here we go.
Blake Gibson. So Palmetto Tigers in business now. First down.
Well, we'll take it any way we can get it. That's just Jonte is so sure-handed. He never misses a ball like that. But, I think Jonte knew he had a wide open spot, and he just took those eyes off the ball there at the last second. And
yeah, he may have a little tweak or something from that little injury that he had earlier. Lost a little his focus. That's something you will never see from Jonte Wester out there. 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Wester's out there with Curtis Thomas wide. Kobe Mays single over here. There's Johnny Jones running hard, fumbles, and I believe he was over already. It's a touchdown. Now, what you'll see here on the North Manatee Realty replay is Johnny Jones broke the plane. All you have to do is touch the front of the plane. Now check it out. Johnny Jones cuts, runs, lunges, and he was over just have to touch the front of the line. So great drive here by the Tigers.
The only thing I'll tell you, Brian, is that I believe you, but I'm glad this is not Sunday, and I'm glad we don't have replay, because that would have been a safety.
Okay, I'm selling, you're not buying. I got you. From my vantage point, it was clear.
All I know is we got a touchdown, and I'm taking that to the bank, because that was huge for us. That's 26-17 now, and we needed that score.
That was a big one here for the Tigers. Now you have to defend, keep them off the board. You've only got 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining on the clock here. Can the Palmetto High defense come up with a stop, Rick?
We need to, Brian. We got to figure this out. I mean, I know that Coach Cucci is down there on the sideline. He is coaching this defensive unit, and he's trying to do everything he can to get them right. And but they've got to want it, and they've got to be able to get off these blocks. And because they're too athletic to be beat up on every play and allow these huge runs from the tailback and the quarterback and every other back that comes in here for Lake Gibson. We just got to make a stop. Sometimes your will has to take over, and you've got to do something.
If Trevor Arnett, number 99, is 6'5",
that's a lie.
I'm 5'11".
That's a lie.
And I go about 6'4". That is a huge young man on the front line. I mean, 6'5", 222 pounds, underlisted for sure. Palmetto breaks out of this one. Gonzalez is going to kick it off, and he's got a very dangerous back there. The wide receiver, defensive back, kick returner, Sam McCall waits. And it's a high kick, and it's going to be into the end zone there. So nice kick again by Gonzalez. So they're going to start it from the 20, 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, so this is going to be, really, 2:25 is a lot of time, as we know, in high school football. And we've got to be able to keep them out of the end zone before the end of the first half. And I just would love to be able to get a turnover here. Lake Gibson has been very good with
ball security.
With ball security,
yeah.
and I mean, they haven't even come close to fumbling the ball tonight. But it's kind of hard to get a strip when we're around the ball carrier.
And really, Williams does such a good job with his fakes and his keeps. Sometimes you lose control of that when you're doing that. Looks for the center now. He's going to be sacked back there.
Yeah, there we go.
And that's going to be Rump and Wyatt in the back. Or that's, Matthew Wyatt.
Yeah, and that's a coverage sack right there, like you were talking about earlier, Brian, because the corners and the safety for the Tigers did exactly what they needed to do.
That was Bembry. He got tackled on the play. If you watch that on the replay, so we got a little time here as they sort this out. Replay that one again. You'll watch Bembry, number 74, coming out of his D-tackle position. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage, jumps up, gets it back in the backfield, makes a great play.
And that's the will we need to see. That's the aggression and the will to want to make a play. And we know that Bembry is that type of player. We never doubt that. And we know Matty Wyatt, and they just gotta work together here. We gotta swarm to the ball, and we got to make a stop here. I mean, 2nd and 15. We've got them pinned back here. We can't allow them to make a big play here on us.
2 minutes and 11 seconds. Now, if you're the Tigers here, you can pick up another negative play here. So you think about taking a timeout and trying to put some points on the board, but it starts here. You got to have a negative play here. You can't let them get near or pick up the first down. Palmetto Tigers have 3 timeouts remaining, and Lake Gibson has 2. Time for that Palmetto Tiger defense to step up. Rump is playing D end over here. You have Bembry is in the interior line. And Mike Goff is back there in single high safety coverage. Day Hill is over here on the short side. Now watch this matchup. Day Hill and the very dangerous number 3, Malachi McNeely. Quarterback takes it, hands the ball off to the big back. Look at that, wide open, and there's going to be, he's just about a half yard short of the first down, and that is just too easy. That was Jalen Glover.
Well, I mean, he picked up
first down.
12, so he picked up 15 yards and didn't get touched until he got the first down.
11 yards down.
I can't explain that. I don't know what's going on the left side of the defense, but they're getting blown off the ball.
Goodness.
Huge holes.
Minute and 54 seconds. Now, Palmetto Tigers just want this clock to grind, and this time Glover's got it again, looking for the edge. Great tackle. Bumble. Pick it up. Let's go.
You can't. All right, we'll take it.
He's got it. We got the ball. Okay.
That's what we needed, Brian. That's what we talked about. That's what we needed.
And Rick,
it's amazing what you can do when you actually make a tackle.
And the 2 talking heads up here, I'm going to scoop and score, and Rick is saying do the smart thing, get on the ball, and do not let that thing roll out of bounds. So Rick was right, and I was wrong, but it's good news for the Palmetto Tigers. There's that turnover we needed. Now the Palmetto Tigers trailing 26-17, minute and 40 seconds. Plenty of time on the clock, 2 timeouts left.
Do we only have 2?
Only 2.
Okay.
No, you know what, Rick?
I thought we had 3.
We've got 3. I just looked at my little
because I know
sheet
Lake
here.
Gibson used one earlier, but we got 140 with 3 timeouts, and
that's good news.
Just got to keep our composure here.
And we get a repeat of last series, the last quarter we were out here. Now Butler takes it. He's got the edge out there, looking for a block, hides behind a blocker, middle of the field, first down.
Yeah, that's really good to see. I would say that Bubba's ankle is feeling a lot better because that's what we're used to seeing, him making cuts on a dime and really just able to be so elusive and break those tackles. And
that's a great thing, picking up the first down, stopping the clock there. 2 receivers on both sides of the force, player down over there, and we'll pick up a number here.
I think that's going to be a Bubba Butler shake and bake on that right there.
Yeah. Yeah, he will. Yeah, I've one thing about Adravian Butler, when he's right as rain, as far as cuts on the field, he has supreme cuts.
Yeah, and Bubba's on the sideline, so he got a little shaken up on that too. He's trying to run it off, but he's just a hard-nosed player. He's very tough. Whenever you have any type of an ankle injury, Brian, you know that, especially for a running back or a slot receiver, there's no way you can get away from the pain. that it causes. You can't tape it up enough. It's not going to go away. And Bubba's trying to shake it off, but he's such a critical part of this offense. Him and Jonte together with their speed, they can beat any corner. A linebacker is not going to hang with them. So hopefully he can get back in there, and he is. He's so tough.
Well, they're helping him up, so it looks like, it's looks like an ankle out there for the injured player, and I was unable to pick that number up, but it's a big D tackle. Now, 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Palmetto Tigers, how fate has quickly turned on this deal. It looked like we were going to be blown out of this game early on in the second quarter.
We got to get this touchdown though, Brian. We've got to get 7 before we go in at halftime, and we get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. So this is really a critical offensive series for the Tigers.
Marino, Butler in motion. And he's going to throw, and that was Wester. He's got the ball wide open receiver, and that's Butler. So what you had a little jet sweep action. LeJohntay Wester, quarterback. We know how great he is at quarterback. He pulls up, throws it to Butler, and there's your big score.
And that's what we needed. And I talked to Coach Marino pregame, and Coach Marino, he keeps a couple of those plays in his pocket, and he uses them when he needs to. This was a prime time to use that. But, that was a play that he called last week during the Braden River game, and Bubba actually missed it, and he ran it instead of throwing it.
Yes.
But this was well executed.
Yeah. Jonte Wester, he's also a good quarterback. Now Gonzalez drives this one through. It's good, and that one was a critical one because now the Tigers trail only by 2 points. What an amazing transformation.
So let's hope that this fires up the defense once again. They had a great series and recovered that fumble on that last offensive series for Lake Gibson, but we really can't let our guard down. We've got to be on top of our game defensively and keep them once again out of the end zone. Let's come back. We've got the ball starting the second half, and hopefully we can kick this thing into the end zone once again, Brian.
And I tell you, it looked early on in the second quarter, it looked like a funeral and a hearse coming down, but I think it turned into a party bus here in the last, 6 minutes here, Rick. Amazing transformation.
Because we needed it. I already had enough handkerchiefs up here. I was crying. I was whining. I needed some cheese.
I've had enough pain I can't take anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
The Palmetto Tigers come out, get the fumble, and then come up with a special quarterback with Jonte Wester. Yeah, he's a great kick returner, and yeah, he wanted to show everyone he's still got a great arm, made a great throw to Butler. And that one's going to be returned there by, that's again number 11 with that strategy, and that's how it should work out, and that was Sam McCall. And he who hesitates sometimes breaks a kick for a touchdown, but this time he was lost.
That time he got jammed up there, and Brandon Waiters was also in on that tackle. And, we just got 1:14 left there. We know Lake Gibson has got some weapons. They can do what they want, and we just got to put a stop to it here before the end of this first half.
Here's what I want to see here, Rick. You have the quarterback sell that fake real hard, put it in the tailback's belly there, and have an exchange issue as you're coming out there on the quarterback keep. What do you think?
I'm with it. I love it.
Williams has got it. There's the belly of the back, and he's going to go for no gain on the play. Oh, look at that. He rolled off another tackle, and there's about a 5-yard gain on a play that should have been nothing.
Well, our corners, Day-Day Hill and sometimes Mike Goff, they love to come in there and just shoot the legs, right? And which is good when it works, but if it doesn't work, and these tailbacks, these big, strong tailbacks, when they bounce off of that, they're able to pick up 5-10 more yards. We just got to wrap them up.
Got to play safe here, Tigers. Only 40 seconds on the clock. Don't let them get behind you, guys. You've got 2 safeties there. He hands the ball off to the big back, and that's Glover, and he goes for short of. He's got the first down, but the clock is going to be stopped here.
We got a flag, Brian. I don't know if that's going to be a face mask on us or a hold on them.
It's a hold on them. That's a big one. There's no 10-second runoffs here, and high school football, but stops clock 31 seconds. And while they mark this one off, it's from a spot foul from the holding, so that's going to back them up. That's 2nd and 11 now. And really, 31 seconds, you know, as a defense, you just can't let them get behind you here, Rick.
No, we can't. You know, and we had that mistake last week. We had 2 safeties deep. One of the safeties, for some reason, came up about 6-7 yards shallow than he should have, and that's where the crossing route went. I mean, it was just too easy.
Proper call. It just came up flat on that. We don't want to see that tonight. Williams takes it, hands it off, fakes the handoff, throws it down the sideline, and that's nice play there. Catching up, and that's John Wester that comes back, peels back, and knocks that one out there, right?
Yeah, good job. That was John Wester, and you know, those cornerbacks. I mean, that's how they're taught. If you see the ball in the receiver's hands, it's not over yet. Just, you know, jam your hands up there and lodge that ball loose, and that's what John did there. Great play by him.
Now, if you have another passing, you know, there's only 15 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers have some timeouts in the pocket here, Rick. So if we can get a stop here, bring up a punt situation. So this is a big one here. And, you know, and put Jonte Wester back there and return a punt. But what you have to do now is play a little defense. 2 receivers out here on the wide side of the field, 1 single out there to the right. And he hands the ball off to the back, running for the boundary. Get out of bounds over there. And he goes, and he's got the first down and more. It's going to be a foot race. And he's going to be tackled right there with 4 seconds left on the clock. So they're going to have a chance for a field goal here. Or, you know, they might have one shot at the end zone.
I don't know who made that touchdown saving tackle.
That's Goff, wasn't it?
But that was a great play because he had us beat. And we did not have a real good angle on him.
I think Mike Goff peeled back there. Jalen Glover, look at the speed here by this back. He's big, he's thick.
Here's Mike. He
Mike
just
Goff
barely gets an ankle.
Oh, my goodness. 22-yard line. So from here, that'd be a 39-yard kick. So they're going to take another play. They don't have a kick.
No, they either got to kick it or they got to go for it.
Yeah, 39-yard kick, and that's right at the edge of most high school field goal kickers. And you know the other thing here, Rick, we've blocked 2 kicks already.
Absolutely, that's right. That's in the back of their mind. You know, we've been very close on 2 extra point attempts, and it looks like they're going to try to kick it though, doesn't it, Brian?
Yeah, so he's trotting out there.
So you got to be careful of a fake, obviously.
About the 28-yard line. So that's going to be 38-yard field goal. 38-yarder from here. 3 seconds on the clock. Tigers are trailing this one 26-24. Maldonado is awaiting. And back there on the hold is Morven Johnson. He's a defensive end. Now the ball's down, kicks up, and it's going to be short. So, man, the Palmetto Tiger defense, we bent a lot. You know, they say bend but don't break, but that was a lot of bending right there.
That was a shoelace. that was the prime example of a shoelace tackle. And they tell you, Mike Goff, God bless him, if it wasn't for him, we would have been down another touchdown. We would have been going into the halftime break here thinking about what just happened to us.
If Mike Goff would have had 2 more biscuits this morning, there's no way that he'd make that play. But that's a big one, and amazingly, your Palmetto Tigers are only trailing by 2 points. Let's take this now to the Richardson-Stinton Roofing halftime break.
The ACE program continues excellence with our class of 2019. 26 members of our current senior class.
pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. And now we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Be your guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin round your neck, cherie, and we'll provide the rest. That's right. Sure, however, but we only live to serve. Join the grace that is delicious. No relief, yes, the dish. Yeah, make it sing, sing, sing. Make it dance, dance, dance.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Booster Club President Bill Britt, and I'm up here in the booth while the guys are taking a little breather, and I'm here with the lovely Jennifer Summers and Brooke Corbett, the ladies basketball coach at Palmetto High School, and they are here to talk about some of the great programs that we have going on this year at Palmetto High School. And if you can see, if your viewers can see on the field, we have our cheerleader campers, and Jennifer is involved with that, so I'm going to let her give us a little bit of details on what's going on. What are they doing down there, Jen?
Well, Bill, that I believe was our kindergarten through second graders, and that's a dance they learned last Saturday morning in our junior cheer camp, which was pretty exciting. They got to interact with the bigger Tiger cheerleaders. And next up, we have our third through fifth graders, I believe, that have their own dance.
Well, that's a great program for the local kids. How do they get involved with that?
So it's something that we do annually. And this year, actually, we did break it up by age. So this is the first year, which is pretty cool. I feel like the girls get a lot more out of it. It's more the dances and the moves are more age specific. So we did do a little tumbling, a little building. They each learned a cheer and a dance. And it is an annual thing, so if you're interested, just keep your eyes out. We post lots on Palmetto High Sports Facebook, and then we also will have it on our website.
Well, they look like they're having a lot of fun down there, and I know that's a great way for young people to get connected to Palmetto High School and to get involved in cheerleading, and I know that the families are all excited to see them on the field. And while we're here, I would love to speak to the lovely Brooke Corbett. As I said, she is the new ladies basketball coach at Palmetto High School, and everybody here is really excited to have her coming back home to run the program. And Brooke, you've got a big tournament coming up. I think we talked a little bit about it last week, but I want you to update all of our Tiger viewers on how the organizing of that tournament is progressing.
Oh, it's going great, Bill. Thanks so much for having us back. Just so excited for the Robert Kelly Classic on the 16th and the 17th to honor Coach Robert Kelly here at the school and get the families and community involved. And the way the community is starting to really come around and support this event is just really special. So I'm really excited, and we have our tryouts the third week of October to actually name our official JV and varsity team. So anybody, we're still looking for more girls that are hungry to help us build a great program right now. So that's where we're at, and we're here working in the concessions tonight, just trying to help be part of this one team mentality here that we're starting in Palmetto.
Well, Brooke, you have jumped in with both feet in getting the program organized and getting involved with the school and with boosters, and everybody here is really impressed with all of the things that you've got going on. So we're happy to get your regime off to a good start with the tournament.
Well, thank you so much. We thank you guys for your support, and we're here for everyone else as well.
Let me build on that, Bill. I feel that our booster club has really taken off this year. This new IPFAM mentality really does demonstrate the family that Palmetto is, and we are a community, but most importantly, we're a family. We've seen them come together on many levels in many ways. And just tell us what's going on with that IPFAM program and how you can get involved.
Well, thank you, Jen. I may say that the two ladies here in the booth have been very instrumental in getting some of the new programs that we have and initiatives with boosters. We've added some new programs. If you come to the game, you will see that there is a atmosphere and presence for boosters. We have the hospitality house area catered by Hickory Hollow.
If I can interrupt, Bill,
Yeah.
I just had a little taste of it, and it is delicious.
Yeah, it's great stuff. And what we're trying to do is to create a more of a family presence at the games, because we really want to get the community supporting Palmetto High School. We've added some new programs for membership, and as you alluded to, the IPFAM program is part of the Tiger Pride Initiative, which is our 5-year program to build up the boosters to the level where we can support all the programs and all the needs that they have. And what that stands for is I pay $5 a month, and we wanted to make it affordable for any person in the community, in the area, a graduate, a person who just wants to help young people in our community. You do not have to come to school. You do not have to be a graduate. You just have to have people who have a heart to give for young people. And your money goes back to all of the programs that we have here at Palmetto High School and support. So we are having tremendous growth with boosters, and we do have other levels of giving. If you go to the website, palmettotigers.com, and click on the tab for Join Boosters, you will see all of the different levels outlined. So everything is going well, and if you have anything to give, please let us know. Contact the boosters. If you have a question, you can leave it on the email. We will get back to you. We will explain what we're going on, and we're really excited for the future of Palmetto High athletics.
I do believe, too, we also are ramping up a alumni association, and if I recall, that website is tigerforlife.org, correct?
Yes, that is correct. So, Palmetto had a loose association of graduates, and we really wanted to put some structure behind it. So we've created an organization called tigerforlife.org. And if you are a Palmetto High School graduate, all you have to do is go to that site, and it will tell you where to fill out your profile, a graduate profile, and that we will have the information. We can keep you up to date on all the happenings at Palmetto High School. Right now we're organizing some alumni groups that want to have their graduation organization for the homecoming game. So if you have any interest in coming, please get in touch with us. You can email tigerforlife.org, and we will provide any information you need to get to the stadium and have a really good time and connect with Palmetto people.
Building on that, our homecoming is October 19th,
That's
correct?
That's correct.
We do have a parade that starts at Sutton Park. If I recall correctly, it starts at 5:30 and comes down to the field. Unfortunately, but fortunately, with our beautiful new track, our parade won't track through the stadium as usual, but it will still be a fun event. Bring the kids, bring the family. It's always a good time to see old faces and catch up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Homecoming is going to be really big this year. We've got some groups that are coming into the hospitality area, and they will be here at the stadium, and we're looking forward to seeing some of the graduates and getting out here to support the team. So we've got some exciting things going on at Palmetto High School, and if you have anything to give, please give what you're able to. And if it's your time, we have programs for volunteers. We'll be more than happy to receive any help that anybody can give to our program. So it's an exciting time. And Brooke, getting back to the basketball tournament, this is a 2-day format, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes, it's a 2-day format. We're having 6 different teams come in to participate in this preseason classic. It's a new initiative we want to start and taking over the program and making Palmetto High a place where teams want to come and compete. So we're really trying to make this a exciting event for the other teams that are coming as well. So Friday night, we'll start playing games at 4 o'clock. Around our 7:15 time, that'll be our primetime game, and we'll be playing that where we're going to honor Coach Kelly before that game. And then we'll carry on into Saturday, all up until Saturday afternoon around 4 o'clock playing games. And when that concludes, we're going to have a FCA-style bash for families after that, where they can come and hang out and just build into the community here at Palmetto High?
Well, great. I'm sure that's going to be a great event, and if you are in town and able to, please come out and support Brooks' program and that tournament to honor Coach Kelly. And before I forget, I need to mention that we are having a contest this week at Palmetto High School. We have some art students that have designed a new Tiger Head logo. The winner will be the official new Tiger Head logo used at Palmetto High School. So, hey, there's a shot of the fan cam at Hungry Howie's. Yeah, we see you. Okay. We'll be seeing you guys later on after the game. But so anybody who's listening, if you're a fan and you have an interest, go to PalmettoTigers.com, and there'll be a tab to vote for the Tiger Head. That will be on the site on Monday evening. So please cast your vote, and we'll announce the winner at halftime of next week's game against Sarasota High School. So we'll be honoring a Tiger Head designed for Palmetto High School by a Palmetto High School student, and there's some really good artwork out there, so I wanted to get that plug in.
That's exciting. I like to see our logos coming from our own students. Can you remind us what website that is, Bill?
Yes, that is PalmettoTigers.com, and please go on there, and you'll see on Monday night there'll be a tab to vote for the Tiger Head logo, and cast your vote. We want to hear from you out there. I think that's about wrapping it up for the halftime show. The guys will be back in on the booth here in just a minute, but I want to thank Jennifer and Brooke. I hope you got to see them on the field last week. If you did, you would understand why people didn't want to really see my face after seeing the two of them on TV. But we're going to be able to get them on halftime show for the rest of the year at our home games, and so next week we'll be back down on the field to talk about some more exciting things that are going on at Palmetto High School.
Looks like we have an exciting homecoming proposal going on down at the field, probably by one of the Dazzlers.
Oh, wow, that is impressive.
That's some impressive artwork. Well,
did he say yes?
We don't know the answer.
Don't know. You can't not say yes after that.
These students have really been getting creative with this homecoming proposal type of thing.
Well, I guess he did say yes. It looks like there's excitement on the field. It's almost like scoring a touchdown down there. The cheerleaders are all excited. So anyway, we're going to sign off for the Richardson Stinton Roofing halftime show as far as our segment is concerned. The guys will be back on air in just a few minutes, so enjoy the rest of halftime. And look for a big second half out of the Tigers. I think they finally got going in the second quarter. I think that we're going to come back strong here in the second half. How about you girls?
I think we're going to build on some momentum, hopefully, and get us a home win.
All right, well, thanks for coming on air, and the guys will be back on in just a few minutes. Welcome back, Tiger fans. This is Brian Varnador. You're watching TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. Well, Rick, at that first half, I've never seen a turnaround like we had there. Palmetto Tigers very fortunate to be in this game, have a chance here to actually receive the opening kick and go ahead in this game. And tonight, that's a miracle.
Yeah, we can thank Mike Goff for just an outstanding effort in making a shoestring tackle there at the end of the first half to let Gibson out of the end zone. But, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect offensively to start slow. We talk about it every week, and the good thing about it is we know that usually they get started and they're going to put some points on the board, and we're still going to have to open it up here the rest of the way because defensively we are really struggling to get off the blocks. We're looking at another 200-yard game on the ground, Brian. So hopefully we've sat down at halftime and talked about some different strategies here, if there are any. But we're going to have to just put points on the board every series. I mean, we're going to have to help this defense out a little bit and take a little pressure off of them and not come down to the wire. And we know we got the playmakers. We know we can do it. We just got to be smart. And if one good thing is we really haven't had a lot of offensive penalties tonight that hurt us too bad. We've had a couple, but that's going to happen in football. We know.
Sure.
But they've done a pretty decent job trying to contain their emotions and not doing anything real crazy and stupid. But we're just going to have to execute. And that's the bottom line. We've got to execute offensively and hope that the defense can come out here and get us a couple stops.
But really a miraculous recovery there. Reminds me, I think it was Mark Twain. The rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated, but Palmetto comes back. Halftime stats brought to you by Steven Johnson in our Atlanta studios, high above the Atlanta skyline. 14 rushes, 79 yards. 10 for 14 passing, 125 yards, 204 total yards. Lake Gibson, check this one out. 18 rushes for 180 yards, 4 for 5 passing for 74 yards, 254 total yards. Now, we got to tighten that up with championship caliber football team. If you look at the college level, the magic number there is the teams that usually go to the finals are the teams that statistically hold the opponent to less than 100 yards a game. Well, we've given up 180 yards rushing in just this first half, Rick.
Yeah, it's been too easy, and I'm really surprised that we have 79 yards on the ground ourselves because those have been very hard to come by, and that's Johnny Jones just putting his nose in the ground and just really, he's earned every single yard that he has gotten tonight. Corian's been in there some, but Johnny really is the main ball carrier up to this point, and he hasn't had anything easy, Brian.
No, it's been amazing that the Palmetto Tigers are in this game, and I know that there was a big lecture at halftime to the defensive group, and we expect them to come out here and play better. But now we're going to return this kick and get a kick out of great service with our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellenton, Florida.
I want to say this real quick. Tom Porter's not here tonight. I didn't know it. You didn't know it. We may want to think about accepting some applications for a sideline reporter that's committed to the Tiger program. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
This thing would be so much better. The energy that Tom brings for that defensive unit out there, you can just see the absence of Tom Porter tonight. So Wester's back there with Corian Brown, and they've just blown this one live. So kicking this one off is Armando Maldonado. And this is going to be a short kick. He's going to kick it out there. It's a squib kick, and they're going to let it roll back there. Nice hop. Wester's got it middle of the field, and he's tackled, shoestring tackle made there by number 10, and that is not on the roster there. So, but a fine play made there by special teams, to stop Jonte Wester. But good field position, Rick, 35-yard line.
Yeah, can't complain. I mean, they're trying to keep it out of the hands of Jonte as much as they can. They've seen him on tape. They know what he's capable of doing. And, still, though, we start off this first series of the second half at our 35-yard line. And once again, we just got to get in the end zone every time, Brian. And we've got to show this defensive unit some different looks here and keep them on their heels.
So starting off, Marino's going to take it out of the shotgun. He's got Johnny Jones in the backfield, 3 receivers out here, and 1 receiver, Kobe Mays, out there wide. Jonte Wester in the middle of the field. There's an option to the boundary, and taking that is it's Johnny Jones for a nice pickup of 7 yards. So there you go.
That may be our longest run of the night. We haven't had many that have gone 7 yards, Brian. And Johnny, once again, I just love his style of run. He just hard-nosed and puts his head down and just picks up every inch.
Shuffling the deck with the linebackers out of position on defense. Johnny Jones amazingly avoided a tackle there and picks up a positive gain of about 1.5 yards. He's going to be about, I'd say, a half yard short.
So it looks like offensively the Tigers are going to stay in a no-huddle offense, right? So good job by Johnny. That's all him. But, Anthony's ready to go. They're back on the line.
Johnny Jones. We got better than we deserved out of that play. Johnny Jones did that all himself, and there's 3 receivers out here to the right. Now this is interesting for a bubble screen out there to Wester. Let's see how this one rolls out. Now it's a run option to the left side. Johnny Jones makes a defender miss out there, goes for a 2-yard gain.
I like what we're doing right now. We haven't been able to run the ball very effectively during the first half, but we're doing a real good job here of picking up 3 or 4 yards on the first carry. So, just wait, but a pass is coming. There's something special coming here.
All right, this offense looks ready to come out firing here in this second half. There's a nice play to Kobe Mays, shakes the tackles, got the first down and more. So Palmetto Tigers driving.
Yeah, Kobe is really the receiver version of Johnny Jones. I mean, he's going to fight. He's going to catch the ball. He's got sure hands, but he's going to fight for yards after the catch, and that's what I like about him so much. He's just a bruiser.
So Palmetto Tigers driving. Marino takes it, fakes the option. Now he pitches it late out there, wide Wester, and it's Corian Brown. So Palmetto is shuffling the deck with the backs here. Corian Brown comes in. There's 4-yard gain.
Yeah, I'm liking it because you can already see that late Gibson. These defenders got their hands on their hips. They're getting tired, and we're not giving them any time for a break.
All right, now you have Curtis Thomas and Butler are out here wide. Kobe Mays out there wide to the left with Johnny LaJonte Wester in the slot. Hands off to Corian Brown, goes forward. Good run, Corian, goes for about a 3-yard gain on the play.
That was an excellent run by Corian. He took some beef with him on that one. He still picked up about 3 yards with all kind of weight hanging on him.
Not much there, and Corian just lowered those shoulders, got the pad level low, and nice run. So about a 3rd and 3 on this one. Marino fakes it. Now he throws it out there late. Nice play. Great catch by Jonte Wester out there, really mixing things up.
Yeah, really nice catch by Jonte, and an even better pass by Anthony. He waited for Jonte to get open, waited for that linebacker to get out of the way, and just great patience by Anthony Marino.
And the linebacker was in good position, had a nice drop. If Anthony throws that early, that's a pick, and Anthony able to see that and make that adjustment. Rick, you're spot on there. Now Marino looks wide open. Jonte Wester, touchdown. So your Palmetto Tigers take the lead.
Hey, it looked like they were expecting a run there again. We fooled them on a nice pass. Nice little route there by Jonte Wester. He picks up his 2nd touchdown tonight.
Man, that's fantastic play there. Great play call by Ty Stoll, the offensive coordinator. Check it out here on your North Manatee Realty replay. Oh, wide open. And over there in coverage was David Corgillis, and what he did is he bit on the out, and then Wester, showing that great speed, was able to take it out there for the touchdown. Your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 30-26. Now the kick is up. Man, he hit that one very thin, but it's up and good. Doesn't have to be pretty, does it, Rick?
No, just has to get through the uprights. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered. That's what we needed. Defensively, we just got to figure it out, Brian. I mean, we talked about Braden River last week that it may come down to the last score. I would prefer not to do that again. I would prefer for us to make a couple of stops here and then offensively continue to do what we just did. I cannot stand another nail biter, to be honest with you. My doctor told me it wasn't really good for me, and I really would love for us just to keep putting some points on the board and hoping the defense can come out here and figure it out.
Yeah, I've worked for years to get that bottom number down to around 60 in my blood pressure, and it was probably up there about 130 last week up here. It was horrifying. And what a great comeback by this Palmetto Tiger and this Palmetto Tiger offense. You know, a little bit of a slow start again, but things are really clicking. Clicking spree, get a kick, or clicking spree. Your business, start your business with a clicking spree. Now we go to DeVito's Auto and Repair. Get a kick out, a good service. Gonzalez takes it, rockets this one. It's a short kick. It's going to be fielded at the 5-yard line there. And he's looking at it at the 10-yard line, looking for the crease. Shakes a tackle, and he's going to be tackled at the 20. Great coverage down there.
That really was outstanding coverage. And once again, that returner for Lake Gibson was just trying to hang back there for a few seconds and try to find a hole. And we were able to close it up and make a good tackle on the play. And so here we go, Brian. I mean, you know, we don't know what Coach Cucci shared with his defensive unit during halftime. We probably couldn't share it with our fans even if we knew, but it's definitely time for them to step it up.
Man, look at that offensive line. 270, 315, 290. Lines up with a big back in the backfield, and that's Jalen Glover back there with Williams. And there's a false start on the offense as that's going to back him up 5 yards.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it because Lake Gibson did a pretty good job offensively that first half of not committing any stupid penalties, and because of that, they were able to effectively carry out their game plan. And they didn't spend a lot of time deep in on their side of the field, so let's just continue to put the pressure on them and make them think about what they're doing, and maybe we can get another turnover here.
2 receivers out here. Palmetto Trot's out there. Marino's out there late on that big tight end. Now they run in the middle of the field, and he's got another big hole. Great tackle there, and that's going to be
Day Hill.
Day Hill.
You can always tell when Day Hill tackles because all you see are the feet of the ball carrier. Because he's notorious for hitting low, and he's probably the best tackler on that defensive unit.
Yeah, a nickname for Day Hill. You know, Day's pretty good, but I like Flipper because he hits you right at the top of the shoes. He almost, you know, and we've seen several players, you know, just do a complete somersault when he comes up there hitting. Now we got Derek Marino back here, single high safety. Tigers creeping up, more people toward the line there. Bembry with a nice play, throws it out there to a receiver, and he's good coverage out there.
And that's good coverage there. And I believe that's Reese Lyons on that coverage. And see, and what we've been talking about is that wasn't there the first half, and I don't know if they made an adjustment with Reese. He's been playing, you know, kind of like a weak safety, outside linebacker, but Reese did exactly what he needed to do on that play. And Reese can hang with these receivers.
Yeah, he's got the speed to run with him. He's 6'2", 185 pounds, and Reese can play defensive end. He could play your, you know, hard-hitting safety, but to run with the receivers out there in space, talented receivers, really shows that, you know, he has Saturday-type talent. But Marino's back here in the safety. He looks over there, good pressure. Now he throws a middle screen. He's got to make a tackle there, and he's going to be just across that first down.
And Day Hill once again comes across and makes the tackle, but not before he picks up that first down. And that's a great play call, well executed. But, you know, our middle is just wide open.
Yeah. Nice little Texas stunt there, but they started out, looked like a bubble screen out there and into a middle screen. Kind of fooled the Tigers on that one. We had over pursued out there on the edge and threw it back to the middle. Good play call there for Lake Gibson. That was a big one. Big third down conversion. Now Williams has it under center this time, and he hands the ball off to the big back. Nobody anywhere near that back, and that's going to be another huge gain by Jalen Glover, and that is just no missed tackles out there. There's just nobody home.
No, we were talking about this at halftime, and our defensive front is getting blown off the ball every play. They're getting pushed back about 5 yards. Just huge gaping holes for this tailback to run through. And by the time we get somebody on him, he's already 10 yards up the field. So, we're just not able to fill the gaps.
Now we got the smaller defensive line in there. Bembry and Floyd Dozier Jr. have come off, and now press coverage over here with Day. And back breaks it out there again. There's a holding in the middle of the field, not called. He's got the edge, and he's going to be tackled at the 20. Let's call it 26-yard line. But they did catch that hold. There was a clear hold back there in the middle. Let's see that on the North Manatee Realty replay. Spot foul, and I think it was about 2 yards down from the line of scrimmage. So should bring up about a second.
Here's
and
a
18.
replay there, Brian. Here's a replay.
Thank
of the
you.
whole.
There it is.
That was on Kendall Reynolds, who was getting held. He actually almost ripped his jersey off. We call that a mugging in law enforcement terms. He was all over him. I was hoping that the ref would see that, because if these old eyes up here can see it, you would hope they would pick that up.
That's a spot foul, and that would have been from, I don't know about the
spot.
Yeah, that spot there, because it's only 1st and 14. Williams takes it, hands it off to the back. Big hole again, breaks the tackle initially, and now it's going to, big hit there. And really the play there was made by Brandon Waiters.
By Waiters, and he was able to grab that shirt at least and hang on. And then I think it was Mike Goff that came in there. We call him the torpedo. He comes in there and just lays it out.
Check this out on the North Manatee Realty replay.
Yeah, there's Mike Goff.
Yeah.
You see him coming in. Nothing he does is easy.
He might occasionally run himself out of the play, but I will take that. I'll take an error on the side of aggression every time. Mike Goff coming up with a big play. Great play by Brandon Waiters. Now it's 2nd and 11. Williams looking over the field, and now he looks, middle screen. It's going to be caught again, and Marino misses a tackle. Another tackle miss, and he's tackled there, eventually run out of bounds at the, let's call it 33-yard line.
Yeah, and those missed tackles are they're just killing us, Brian. And you'll see here we have an opportunity to stop him right at the line of scrimmage, and we just can't.
1, 2,
just can't grab him.
3.
And Day Hill has to come across and make another tackle.
And runs him out of bounds there. So, in this game already, we saw a Manatee game where we missed 37 tackles.
Actually, Brian, it was 39.
39.
Yeah. It was in the high 30s.
Oh, goodness. And in this game, we're on that kind of pace here tonight. I would say already we've probably missed 16, 17 tackles in this one.
And, when you see Coach Marino down there talking to the defensive unit, that he's not telling them anything that is pleasant. He doesn't usually get down there with them too much. He lets Coach Cucci take care of the defensive side. But, he understands the urgency here for us to make a stop and for us to actually, tackle the ball carrier. We're not asking for anything special here. Just make a tackle. I know that's easier said than done at times. These tailbacks for Lake Gibson are very, very patient, too. They allow that hole to open up, and then they shoot it.
Yeah, on the field they're doing round-off and backflips, as you saw them here on your TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick. Amazing athleticism here. Now let's have the defense step up with some athleticism. Back goes slow to the hole, and very nice hit there. And that's Marino was that Marino? No, that was Waiters.
That's going to be Waiters again coming up there, making a nice tackle. Maybe about 1 yard gain.
Boy. And Brandon Waiters is the leading tackler on the team.
And we were talking about how those linebackers, maybe, they need to start shooting those gaps. We talked about that earlier, talking about those old Southeast linebackers, Brian. But our linebackers may have to play a more active role in helping that D-line out.
Palmetto shuffling things around. Matty Wyatt coming in inside. Huge offensive guard in front of him. See if he can shoot the gap on this one. And this time they fake it, and he's rolling to the right. And come on, pick it off. Doggone it, incomplete pass. That looked like a potential pick six as it unfolded, but that's incomplete pass. That brings up a 3rd and about 9.
Yeah, that was I think that right at the last second, the quarterback saw Reese Lyons out there, and he kind of threw that thing a little short. Reese slipped, couldn't get his hands on it, but incomplete pass nevertheless.
Good coverage by Reese Lyons out there, again showing, coverage type skills for a strong safety, probably college-wise. That guy's a strong safety, but he shows that he's able to cover those very talented receivers. Now this one, you got to watch out for number 3, Malachi McNeely. They like the wheel route off of this formation. Looks. Now he throws it out there. We're going to get holding there, and no call. Wow. Now look. Good.
Don't say anything. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Well, it's time for the Tigers to catch a break, right, Rick?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Luke Bustle up here in the box. He's helping spot here. Luke, a fine linebacker from Palmetto. I think Luke had that one figured out. I looked over there, and he was giving me the defensive holding signal. But you know what? We're due. We still are due. We got 15 or 16 more of those because we're on the opposite side of a lot of calls this year. Now it's 4th. Do not jump off sides, Tigers. 4th and 9. Williams looking, dropping, middle of the field, looking, steps up, throws, wide open receiver. McNeely breaks the tackle, 1st down.
Too easy, Brian, too easy.
Really just an old button hook or a square in type route over there. Just sat down in front of that safety out there for Palmetto. Good completion on the play. A little shaken up on the play. And that was a huge 4th down conversion. That would have been, woulda, shoulda, coulda, but that would have been a big stop for the Tigers, unable to do it. And the drive continues here. 4 minutes and 41 seconds. 4th down conversions again. The big conversion last week was a 4th down play too, Rick, to the tight end on that game. A chance for the Tigers to put the dagger in. But, the drive continues here, and let's see what this Palmetto defense can do.
We just have had, just a hard time getting this offense off the field tonight. Last week against Braden River, we really saw the defense come alive early in the second half, and they were able to make some adjustments and really defensively made some great plays to get Braden River off the field, even though it didn't turn out our way. We really haven't had any success tonight against Lake Gibson, except for that one fumble recovery and the shoestring tackle that we had right at the end of the first half. But they've been able to run the ball and pass the ball pretty effectively.
Yeah, up here we watch a lot of SEC football between Charlie, Rick, and I, and this looks like Pac-12 defense out here tonight. But now Williams has it. 1st and 10, hands the ball off to the back, very slow to the hole, and he goes for, not a great spot over there.
Well, you can understand that this
no gain.
Yeah, these tailbacks know that they have a huge, powerful offensive line in front of them. They are going to wait for them to open up the hole. They know it's coming. They just wait. They sit back there. They're very patient, and for the most part, it's worked all night. But that was a great play there by the defensive front.
Yeah, Bembry comes across. John Bembry comes across and made a great play on that one. And 2nd and 10 here for Williams. 3 receivers, big tight end in the slot. He looked him off. Now he's throwing it down there again, and he has the catch. Let's see.
That's it.
There's a flag on the play, which is defensive holding, but he caught it anyway.
Flag on the play, but that's going to go against the Tigers. Touchdown, Lake Gibson. Pass received. Reception by number 14, Gavin Carter.
Really just a fine play. That was that one of those lumbering tight end types out there down there to make a great catch. So now, and he was being held for quite a while there. So 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here. And the visitors, the Braves, are leading this one 32-31. And here's another extra point opportunity. The Tigers have already blocked 2 of these. So let's see what we've got on the snap here. Good snap. Blocked again, Palmetto Tigers. And that is big time. 3 blocked kicks in a game.
All right, so
extra point.
here's the strategy. If we can't, we have to keep scoring, obviously. If we can't stop them, then we just have to block every extra point from this point forward. How's that sound?
Well, my teachers at Palmetto High School would tell you I didn't learn much here, but I do know that 6 is less than 7. And
is that Common Core? I don't know anything about Common Core.
I think the Common Core was a little bit after my time, Rick,
I can tell you that because of this special teams and what we've been able to do on PTAs, there are 3 less points on the board for Lake Gibson, right?
Yes, we have it here in the press box. Rick Wells and Brian Varnador, high math up here, high math acumen here displayed in the box. But, you know, those are just huge plays. We're only trailing by 1 point in this one, and it could be so much worse. All right, Jonte Wester. How about kicking it to Jonte? And Jonte, let's crease him again, and let's not get a block in the back call or anything silly like that. Come on, Jonte and Corian Brown in the back there to receive this one. And you have to wonder about the kicker back there. You know, he's a place kicker and extra point and field goals. And you have to wonder if he's starting to let that get in his head. You've had 3 kicks blocked, extra points blocked in the game. I don't know that I've seen that recently. Have you, Rick?
No. He's going to pooch it, though, it looks like.
Yeah, very short approach. He's going to do that. Let's get a good hop. He's going to squib it, and there it is. Get a nice hop back there to John. Oh, there's that Sunday hop you needed. And there he's got it. It breaks the tackle. And a good defensive play there. And there's that number 11, Sam McCall, a wide receiver, defensive back. That's that 6'2", 180-pound cornerback making a great play on Jonte Wester.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you know, good field position here. We're going to spot the ball here about the 38.
Yeah.
So, you know, our playmakers got to continue to make plays offensively, Brian, and hopefully we can figure it out defensively, but we just can't give Lake Gibson an opportunity to get 2 scores on top of us. You know, we just keep on scoring and blocking PTAs, whatever works.
We'll take it. Wester in motion, middle of the field. He had a little crosser there. Marino thinks better of it, runs. He's going to be tackled there after a gain of about 2, and then injured player. It looks like Kobe, not Kobe Mays, but it looks like Wester.
Looks like Jonte again. His helmet's off.
And a Palmetto. There's a Lake Gibson player down number 7, which is Daniel Darius, and Jonte Wester out there. Now I think, you know, Anthony thought better of the crossing route, and Wester was coming across there, and the DB went ahead and blasted him over there, expecting the crossing route. So Jonte picked up an injury. Really heads-up play by Marino, not to try to force that one in there, because Jonte was going to get, you know, destroyed on that one. And Marino takes it, you know, makes a positive out of really nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you know, we have to concentrate on ball security, and Anthony understands that as well as anyone. And just a good, smart move. You know, if it's not there, just tuck it and run, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he did. Picks up a couple, positive play. Lived to see another down here, and.
And you know,
there's some hard hitting in this game, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you what, that's a big secondary back there. You know, that's rarely do you have corners and coverage out there that are pushing, you know, corners and safeties out there in the high school, you know, that are pushing 200 pounds. Usually you have the corners back there at 155 pounds, somewhere in that range. But there's some big ones out there, and they are bringing the hits tonight.
Yeah, and Jonte's still down, and he's getting up now.
All right.
He's had a good night and a rough night, all rolled up in one football game. He's taking his licks, but he scored 2 touchdowns for us. And
yeah, that one looks like he got hit up high on that one, probably right around the numbers. And as a player, you prefer to get hit up there than to get low. He looks like he might have had the wind knocked out of him there. So 2nd and 8. And I with a character, Jonte Wester, I'd say about a series from now, he'll be right back out there. 3 receivers out here wide to the right, 1 single out there. Kobe Mays. It seems it's almost time for Kobe time here.
Well, basically, he just manned up. He's not going to have any safety help.
Marino's taking out a shotgun, and he has Butler in motion across. Good time for a middle screen. Let's see what we got. Inside handoff. The ball's down. Pick it up, Anthony. Just pick it up. Pick it up, Tigers. Come on. Great play. Hustling. Ball still out of there. Whew, Tigers were able to scramble back there and recover that one. And was that Alejandro Montt back there picking that one up? Who hustled back there?
It was Alejandro. It was. Good job by him.
What a huge play by Alejandro Montt. There's the exchange issue. Anthony tries to pick it up. Ball's out. Scrambling in. And there's ball out. Montt. And it popped right back to him. That was something else. That was very fortunate break for the Tigers. 3rd and about, I'd say, 15, 16 yards on this one. Now, Rick, what do you call right here?
I'm going to throw the ball to Kobe Mays and hope that he can break a tackle and pick up a first down. I like Kobe lined up one-on-one with anybody with no safety help.
All right, so over here, you may be a back shoulder fade over here, Rick. Now he looks out there. He throws a little bubble screen out there, creasing him. Oh, big hit, right helmet to helmet. Goes for a nice gain on the play now. It's going to be critical punting situation here for the Tigers. Corian Brown with a nice pickup. And so, but it's 4th and 8, so you'll see Derek Marino, and he's going to punt this one. And back there is Kashawn Hodges, number 2, who is a 5'7", 150-pounder. And then deep is Sam McCall. That's that 6'2", 180-pound athlete back there. Nickel with a good snap. Marino kicks it, and it's going to roll. Sit right there. Sit right there. All right, so that ball is going to be on the 26-yard line. So Palmetto Tigers trail in this one by 1. Minute 29 in 3rd quarter. Time to play some defense.
No, it really is. I mean, we've got to figure it out. We stalled offensively, really pinned ourselves back in a hole, and when we know how critical it is for us to really score every time we touch the ball. And if the defense can bail us out here now, that would be huge for us with 1:29 left here in the 3rd quarter.
So we got Jalen Glover in the backfield there with Williams. 2 receivers on each side of the formation. They like to run out of this. He keeps it, and then he throws an RPO out there late and gathering the ball up after a gain of about 8 on the play. And that's number 8 out there, Julian Cervantes.
That's about the 4th time they've run that play tonight, and it's been effective every time. You gotta make a choice as a defender. The receiver here on the left side had a good block on Day, but he was able to get off and make a tackle. But still, huge gain on 1st down.
And those offensive linemen are doing a good job because they don't know whether it's a run or pass. They're staying right there within that 1.5, 2 yard buffer zone. They're not getting downfield early on that play. Williams has got it, and he keeps it, and he gets a big hit there. And nice play there in the middle of the field. Let's sort that one out. And that had to be Bembry out there.
Yeah, so that was probably the best defense that we've had tonight on that play. We actually stayed in position and got off the block and kept him from picking up that 1st down. So we're still looking at about a 3rd and 3 here. And I mean, they got some weapons now. They definitely have.
Yeah, you got
some different looks here.
Big, tall, mobile quarterback, huge offensive line, huge receiver out here, tight end type in the slot. 2 good quality receivers. McNeely's a great receiver. And they're going for the ball with the Tigers, and he's going to be short of the 1st down.
And there's where we are. I mean, there's where we're slipping, defensively this year. Is that we'll have an opportunity to stop a ball carrier from picking up a 1st down, and we fall off the tackle and give them, an extra yard.
Gibson, 32.
So at the end of the third quarter, we're looking at a 32-31 score here. Lake Gibson leading by 1, Brian, and defensively we keep going back to the same message. The message is you got to stop them, and we've got to give the offense another opportunity to come out here and put points on the board. But everything that Lake Gibson has done tonight offensively, just about everything's worked. They've run the ball effectively. When they pass, it's been effective. They've had us on our heels.
A student's been quarters tonight after
for 3 quarters.
Hi, this is Alan Conley. And this is Chris Conley from Conley Buick GMC, home of the limited lifetime powertrain warranty. This month, it's supplier pricing for everyone on new 2018 GMC Sierra light-duty crew cabs. You can save up to $10,500.
This includes our limited lifetime powertrain warranty, 10 years roadside assistance, and 2 years complimentary maintenance. Hurry in now as supplies are limited.
Before you buy, stop by Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton, home of the lifetime warranty, where we treat you like family.
All right, now they're lining up in a punting formation.
We got 4th.
Jonte Wester. Yeah, it's 4th and about inches, but they're taking the safe route, and it's a short kick, and that one's get away from it, Tigers. Just let it down right
totally
there.
Away from it.
And it's going to be Palmetto Tigers, great field position, 35-yard line.
So, Lake Gibson thought twice about it. Was really surprised. Wasn't expecting them to punt it. Brian, I'll be honest with you. I thought they would try to pick up that 1 yard, and we're going to play safe here. They haven't had much of a problem picking up 1 yard on us all night.
But
I'm glad they punted.
Yeah, play the safe call there. Agreed. We're in violent agreement up here in the press box because the running has been pretty easy for Gibson, but that really they're making the wise choice, I would guess you would say there. And one thing I expected, if they burn the first 2 weeks of Palmetto film, you'd see the Palmetto Tigers jumping offside. You might have tried to draw the Tigers offside one time before that punt. But the last 2 weeks, Palmetto has shored up that offside problem on defense. Now Marino looks, throws it out there. He's got a receiver open, and he's got it all the way first down, and that's going to be Johnny Jones out of the backfield.
Great job. We need these Tiger fans to get motivated up here and start making a little bit of noise and cheering on this unit here. They're a little quiet tonight. I think they're like us. They're just anticipating something big to happen here,
Wester out here wide with Curtis Thomas, the magic man. 2 receivers. Kobe's out there wide. Nice cut there, and a nice 5-yard gain on the play. Johnny Jones.
I don't think Johnny gets enough credit for his vision and the way that he'll cut back, and he'll see that hole that he's supposed to go through is not open, and he's just a great tailback.
Oh, they're offsides.
You got a flag? Yes, we do.
Yeah, they're offsides. Without a doubt, they're offsides. Yep, jumped across the neutral zone. You can't jump back in high school. So that's Palmetto first down. Here's some statistics from our Atlanta studios. Thank you, Steve Johnson. Into the third, Palmetto 21 rushes, 99 yards. A little more balance there. 14 for 18 passing, 177 yards. 276 total yards. Lake Gibson, 25 rushes to this point, 214 yards. 9 for 13 passing, 141 yards, 355 total yards. Palmetto Tigers run Corian Brown up there for a gain of 2 on the play.
We've seen Corian and Johnny here pretty consistently swapping off for the last 2 weeks. We haven't seen Sajel Hickson, who is back tonight after being injured last week.
10:55, Palmetto trailing by 1, and hands off. Come on, hold that ball, Corian. Hold the ball. There you go. First down, Corian Brown.
That's a run right there, Brian. That's exactly what we needed. That was a tough run by Corian. Didn't give up. I was like you. Just keep that thing tucked away, man, because he had an opportunity to.
They were trying to tackle the football there. Corian showing some strength there. He was able to pull that ball away from the defender twice. Marino looks, got a wide open receiver. Oh, boy, juggling catch over there for about a 1-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, we're getting a little too antsy. That's Jonte again. We got to look that ball in, and then if the green is there, we'll take it. But we can't make a move before we get that ball.
I told you he'd be out there after one series, though. He's been injured twice, and we see Jonte Wester. He's tough. He's back in there now. Marino looks, throws it out there. And right at the mark, shake that tackle, Kobe. He does. First down and more, middle of the field. Come on, Kobe. He's at the 10,
Kobe.
5. Touchdown, Kobe Mays.
I told you Kobe Mays was coming back here tonight. You can't bring him down on that first tackle. You can't put a corner on him on an island by himself. There's just no way you can stop him.
Let's pick that up on the North Manatee Realty replay. Check it out. Well, here's what Rick's talking about here. You got Kobe Mays, watch this. See you later. Shakes the tackle and puts on another move and puts on the afterburners for the touchdown. Huge drive for the Tigers. Gonzalez is waiting this one. I think Nichols is back there with the snap. Anthony Marino with the hold, and the kick is up, and this one is good. So your Palmetto Tigers now lead this one. That was a big one, and it should be 38-32.
So, there for a brief moment, I had a little brain lapse. I'm thinking, well, let's try to go for 2 here. But, why do that? Because if we can continue to be effective on those PTA attempts here for like Gibson, the game would still be tied, right? So why,
So call your ride now.
So if they score again, not saying they will, hopefully they will not. We have another shot to maybe block that extra point.
And then at this point of the game, with them having 3 PATs blocked, they got to start thinking about going for 2.
Right.
Themselves.
But I don't want them to.
Yeah.
I want them to kick it.
You know what? This is too much drama for us. One thing, as a fan of the home team, as a homer, I like 40-point blowouts myself, Rick. This going back and forth week to week.
Yeah, we haven't had that luxury. We've always been fighting for a win. And that's what I like about this Tiger team. They never give up. They're never out of it. But defensively, man, we are just trying to put some hands on these.
Gonzalez back for the kickoff.
Gonzalez is going to take a deep approach on this one. Rip it out of there. And he kicks it, low line kick. It goes to the 4-yard line. And there is the very dangerous returner. Hesitates initially. Nice tackle there. Great tackle around the right, a high tackle, but a great tackle.
Sam McCall with the carry.
Yeah, it looked like a high hand there. I'm not saying it was on the face mask. They may have grazed it.
Let's check it out.
Gibson will take over
and that's Sam McCall running there. Watch this. Could be a horse collar.
Yeah, I think it was a horse collar.
Yeah. Got way up there high. Good tackle when it's not called.
It's a good no call. It's a real good no call.
So now, with the way the calls have been through the year, we're still down 15. I think we were down 17 at the beginning of the half here. So we're down about 15 on calls. And now Williams looks over there. Palmetto defense starting to look like they're picking it up. They're picking it up. And there's a missed tackle, broken tackle. McNeely shakes it. He's going to go to the boundary. 2 more missed tackles. Now he's got the first down and more, and he's at the 50. Tackled at the...
Yeah, that's unexcusable. I know Coach Cucci would say the same thing. That cannot happen.
46.
You can't have 3 players, and you see the replay, you can't have 3 players on a tailback, and no one can tackle him. Look at this.
There's one.
That can't happen.
Ball's at the 50-yard line. My goodness. And that's McNeely. He's dangerous. He reminds me a lot of a Dravian Butler with some of the skill set that he has, but really no excuse for that one. Palmetto Tigers in excellent defensive position. Nice play. Oh, and
that was tipped, wasn't it?
It was tipped, but got through his hand somehow. Defensive lineman was in position, and the ball went right between his extended arms. Couldn't believe it. I thought Reese had batted that one up. The ball went over his helmet and between his arms and out to the receiver for the first down. That was crazy. Crazy. That was fluky, but that's a first down, a big one.
This defense has really got to buckle down here and try to make something good happen.
Gavin Carter's out here wide. He lined up offsides, backs up. He was moving. He was in motion. No call over there, and there's a receiver that catches it and goes for the first down, and that's Sam McCall out there again. Now, if you had a chance to watch that one, the receiver on this side of the line lined up offsides. That in high school, ball should have been down there. He backed up prior to the snap. But
some soft coverage over there, too.
So, and he was moving around back there backwards toward the line of scrimmage as the ball was snapped. But Palmetto Tiger defense has to hold here for 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Palmetto Tigers lead this one 38-32. Williams is back there in the shotgun, one single back, and he hesitates, and then ball's on the ground. We got it. Let's go. Matty Watt, let's go. He's got it, 50. And all the way to the 36-yard line. Is that Waiters? No, it's Derek Marino comes out of there, flying down the sideline.
We got a flag at the end of that play. I don't know if it's going to be unsportsmanlike or what, but
unsportsmanlike or sideline warning or something along those lines on the Tigers. But the big news is
it is sideline.
Yeah.
Let's see. At first I thought it was Matty, and then I thought maybe it was Brandon. So maybe we can get a replay here and figure out who made that recovery.
I think it's Derek Marino that eventually came out of there. I think that and it's speculation here, but let's take a peek at this one. I thought Waiters was involved in the play. Let's take it out. Rumpf comes back there, strips the ball. Derek Marino picks it up. Let's look. It's Brandon Waiters. Look at him. Brandon Waiters. Huge play.
Yeah, let me tell you now, if we can get this ball into the end zone, this would be exactly what we needed, right?
Brandon Waiters.
So we just need to really we need to score. We need to score and put this thing out of reach here if we can with 8:25 left.
Mike Goff actually came in there and stripped that one out. Picked up here in the press box by Luke Bustle, spotting there. Good eyes up there, and what a huge play for the Tigers. 6:25 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers lead by 6. Yo-yo screen. Throws it out there. Look at this. Kobe May. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Marino's hit, and that's going to be a personal foul late hit.
Well, okay, well. And was that going to be about that big number 9, that big defensive end for Lake Gibson, who really put a shot on Anthony.
Let me tell you, though, that route was beautiful.
It was.
Beautiful. What you had was just a hard out and then up the boundary, and Kobe Mays absolutely sold us all on that fake that he made on the DB there and was clear. But a targeting, roughing the passer. Palmetto Tigers have the ball, and it's at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and that was going to be Morven Joseph, that big DN that weighs 210, 6'3", 210, and he really – I'm surprised that Anthony's so tough. He got up, but I know he doesn't feel well.
Anthony Marino got the drive going here for the Tigers. Has Wester in motion and hands it off. Nice cut. Johnny Jones looking for the middle. Oh, huge hit. And he's down to the 8-yard line.
That's giving them a little taste of their own medicine right there, Brian.
Woo.
I mean, Johnny Jones, we know he wants to hit you.
Look at this little kiss at the end of this play to seal it. Watch this.
Hello, my name is Johnny.
Right here. Hiya.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Oh, my goodness.
That's a great run.
Johnny Jones. Johnny Jones. Oh, look at that cut. Took a big hit there. And now that really, I'd say is right about at the line of scrimmage on that. No gain, so now it's second down. You know, at this point, Kobe Mays is going to line up here in single coverage out there to the left side of the field with 3 receivers out there to the right. Johnny Jones in the backfield. And it's reversed, wide open. Come on. Let's go, Butler. And he's tackled.
No, he got in.
How did he do that?
A little shake and bake, Brian. It was a little shake and bake.
How did he do that?
He's a magician. He's a magician, Brian. What a play.
What in how?
He pulled the rabbit out of his hat, and all of a sudden, he was in the end zone. You
okay, that.
You can't
how
explain
did he shake that last tackle? Butler fakes the option, and he comes back against that action. Watch this last move. Whoops. That's just
big time. That's
nasty.
Big time, buddy.
Adravian Butler. Wow, Bubba. Oh, my goodness. A bag full of shake and bake at the goal line.
We're going to go for 2.
Tigers going for 2. 3 receivers out here. Marino looks, throws it back wide open. Get there. Oh, my goodness. Good play over there. ball's thrown a little bit deeper on that. He had Jonte Wester
we
that
got
had cleared.
penalties. We got penalties. I don't know what we got here.
That looks like they're going to have a penalty on the Tigers
may
here
be
by
us,
the
yeah.
reaction. Let's see. Personal foul against them. Ejection on the play. So we'll see if we can pick that up on the North Manatee Realty cam. Is that after the play or? Look at this, a little bit deeper on that route. And there's that, that's the benefit of having that 6'2", 180-pound cornerback there. I can't say enough about the play of Sam McCall. I mean, that is just a huge play, but Palmetto leads this one 44-32, up by 12.
So, Brian, we got 7:21 left. I mean, there's definitely no time for us to take a break and to celebrate that latest accomplishment because we still have a lot of work ahead of us here. We know that they can score. They have some explosive players as well, and the first thing we got to do is secure this kickoff. And I would love if we could get this thing in the end zone and not even worry about them trying to run it back.
I tell you, the Stolt family up there in New York that watches the game, that last series, Ty Stolt, what a couple play calls that were there. You run the fake option with you're running an option to the right, and then not a Utah pass, but the action there with Butler, and then of course he makes a ridiculous move. So let's.
Yeah, so we should get the penalty yardage on this, so we should be able to kick this thing in the end zone because we're going to get 15 yards. We'll be kicking from about their 45, right? Roughly.
Yeah, and if the way things have been going here, they're going to, a running team like this, going to have to make some. They have to go to the whole length of the field. And then we're going to have to score again, Rick. That's just the way this thing's going.
Yeah, well, hoping the defense can just continue to buckle down. That was a great series that they had. That last series, able to cause another fumble.
And that's been the big difference for, one thing that we've seen is the Palmetto defense has been very opportunistic with a lot of forced fumbles this year. There's your kick, it's high. And it's going to be fielded about 9 yards back in the end zone. Ken Burton Jr. is texting me here. Ken, we miss you here tonight because we'd be talking about the playoff situations and strength of schedules and things like that. Ken says, you guys really need to pick it up and do it. No, he actually said you guys are doing a great job tonight. So it's good to hear from Ken tonight.
Yeah, we don't have anyone to run the teleprompter. We can't do anything close to what Kenny does. We can't draw.
I'd be a little afraid by the teleprompter. I think
we can't do that.
Art skills, and I'm a little intimidated.
John
by
Madden,
that.
we're not.
Now they're going to bring this one out. Big back is in the backfield. Jalen Glover. Now he looks, fakes it. He's look for the out and up. Nothing there. Come on, Tigers. Tackle him. Ball. And
I think it's going to be recovered by Lake Gibson, but
that's a big sack.
But
big loss
good
on the
pressure,
play.
Good pressure on Lake Gibson. That's the first time we have really been able to get to him, and I'll call that a coverage sack because he could not get rid of the ball because our corners and our safeties were exactly where they needed to be.
And that's a big play. Clock continues to burn here. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 18 now. Williams scans the field. Looking out there. Nice job by Bembry chasing. Steps around it, throws it up to the very dangerous. That's got to be McNeely up there. So he gets a very big gain on the play, short of the first down.
Yeah, one of those linebackers may want to keep their eye on McNeely when that quarterback is scrambling around because that's who he's looking for.
And he has big play capability.
I mean, Travis Williams,
he's good.
He is. He really is. I mean, he's able to get out of some bad situations and make something out of nothing. But 3rd and 3 here, we got to make a stop.
Right, McNeely looking things over. Derek Marino going out very late on the slot receiver out there, but he's in coverage now. And they look out there. There's that out and up down the boundary. Come on, make a play. Now get it, Tigers. All right.
Good job.
Great defensive play
John
there.
Wester.
John
Good job,
Wester.
John Wester. That's how you play it.
John Wester.
2 weeks in a row, John Wester has come up
Watch
with
him.
some
He's going to
big
read. He's
plays.
going to read that. He's
Look at
going
that.
to read the eyes of the receiver and gets up there, gets his head turned around.
The receiver was number
Perfect position right
14,
there.
Gavin Carter.
And, you know, one thing, John Wester's got some pretty good size out there at the cornerback position. Oh, this is a huge play. It's now, this is going to, you know, put it all right here. Do not jump off sides, Palmetto Tigers. It's a 4th and 4 here. Williams looked things over. Carter in motion. Boom!
Boom.
He's done. Tackling.
Somebody tackle him. Somebody.
There you
tackle
go.
him.
And that's it. Palmetto
That's it
Tigers
right
with a
there.
huge
Great
stop.
job. Great job, Tiger defense. Outstanding. That was the best series right there. They blew. Look, and you watch it on the replay. They blew that thing up from the
Oh, man.
They
There you
tackled
go.
everybody. You know what? If you don't know who has the ball, tackle them all.
Now that Matthew Wyatt, my good friend Rich Robick, that I've talked to, the way that Rich used to play Southeast, great defense back there. Charlie up here had the opportunity to watch those guys play. That one is like this. Are we going to drop and cover? No. We're going to bring the house, and we're going to get to the ball, and we're just going to let the paramedics sort it
Hey,
out.
we've been waiting for that all night, man. What a great time to throw everything from the kitchen right at them. What a great defensive series. I think that's going to be the first series where we actually felt like we could contain them. You know what I mean? We had great coverage on the corners.
And I have to wonder there, you know, I didn't pick it up in the real Manatee Realty replay there. I have to wonder, it looked like Matty Wyatt came out of a defensive end position, so it was probably a Texas stunt over there where the DN crashed inside. Matty looped around the outside, has the quickness to do that, because it looked like he came in off the edge.
Yeah, Matty's very quick, and you know he's a little undersized, but he's very athletic and very fast. And a lot of times his quickness is jammed up by these big tackles he's always in front of.
But the counter of that, to get your hands, you know, he's probably out there at $185.
But he's
and
strong.
You're 315 pounds, and you've been out there for 4 quarters. Eventually, you know, it works out in Matty Wyatt's favor. One of the fine Wyatt family members that have played here at Palmetto. And Johnny Jones runs the center field, and 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining on this one. Palmetto Tigers with a 2-yard gain and no hurry here. Anthony Marino comes over and talks things over. So, you know, amazing turnaround for your Palmetto Tigers. Leads this one 44-32. These are the kind of numbers that you expect out of a dynamic offense like this. And again, giving up well over 200 yards of rushing in a game until perhaps the sacks. To be able to put 44 points on the board is amazing. I mean, you know, and what a huge play by Matt Brazelton, the defensive coordinator, assistant coach, and Pat Cucci. Marino keeps it. Keep the ball tight, Anthony. Just keep the ball tight. Get down right there. It's fine. And that would be 4 minutes and 34 seconds. And the really, Lake Gibson's got to start thinking about burning some timeouts here.
Yeah, they really need to. I don't know what they're waiting on.
I would have burned one right there.
Because I would probably say, I don't know what Coach Marino has, but you know, we're at the what about the 35-yard line, 30-yard line here of Lake Gibson? I mean, I would say 4 down territory, Brian.
Sure.
I mean, suck up as much time as you can.
I agree.
You don't want to risk a field goal. You don't want to take that chance. So.
That's right. Low kick gets blocked. You don't want to have that happen. And let's let that clock wind down. Let's have them burn a timeout on this series. You're up 12. And so Marino looks, and he has 2 receivers out here. And now penalty on the play. It might be a false start on the Tigers, which will stop the clock. Delay a game on the Tigers. Very hard here in high school football. You don't have the play clocks in the end zones, many of the stadiums. And so you're looking at the back judge back there, but you're also having to look at the formations, your receivers and all that. So sometimes you get to delay a game there. Stops the clock. That's the bad news. 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Tigers with a 3rd and forever now. You might try to fool him and throw a 50-50 ball up to Kobe Mays because he can certainly make some plays, but we'll probably see Anthony just keep it and run in a quarterback draw, which he does. Stay in bounds, Anthony, and they get a holding call on the Tigers, which is going to stop the clock again.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not
good at all. That's not very smart. We're just trying to keep the clock running. We're just trying to pick up whatever we can. We're not trying to get too wild here, but because of those last 2 penalties, we're actually pushing ourselves back.
Now, holding, they declined the penalties. That's probably a good clock with a clock situation. I certainly understand why they did that. So it's about let's say call it 14 to go here for the Tigers. So don't expect anything too crazy, but you never know. Coach, offensive coordinator Stoltz has been known to dial a few up here. 3 receivers out wide to the left. Marino looks to throw. He throws the out there, and there's Wester. He's got it. And he's going to be – look at that move. And he's going to be tackled at the 5-yard line, stays in bounds, first down.
Hey, you know what? I love that call. You know, we played it safe last week against Braden River. We gave them the ball back. Bad things happen. You've got these dynamic playmakers, and we just picked up a first down with 3:11 to go in this game.
That should just about do it, but you never know here, high school football.
Hey, now you run the ball.
Okay, Marino keeps it, looking for the end zone. He's got it.
Good job.
Good block.
Nice job.
Now here's the key block is on Butler. Look at the block that Butler gets on this run. Watch this. Anthony Marino takes it for the score. Good play. Runs him zoom action to the right. Marino keeps it. Watch his peel back right there.
Yeah,
Did you see
beautiful.
that block by Butler? And there is your touchdown. Palmetto Tigers 50 points on the board tonight.
Yeah, so let me say, Brian, as we wait for the extra point, I mean, you dynamic.
Yeah.
Looking bleak the first quarter, and to be able to put up these offensive numbers.
There's the kick. Gonzalez has got it. It's up and good. Your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 51-32.
I'm not even going to complain anymore about how slow we start offensively. If we can put up 50-plus points a game, I'll be happy. But, to see them struggle, especially that late into the second quarter, I mean, they just have turned it on consistently. And offensively, I mean, that's the reason why we're going to win this game. The offense picked up the defense tonight.
Amazing offense by these Palmetto Tigers. Can't wait to hear the numbers from our Atlanta studio from Steve Johnson up there. Steve, get your pencil out. Start doing some math. Put down those Funyuns and beef jerky in that Mountain Dew. Get to work up there.
Is he still in
He's in Atlanta. Yeah.
Is he like a permanent resident up there now? I mean, did he ever come home anymore?
I don't know. We miss him. There's no one to pick on here, Oh, well, what a amazing night for this Palmetto Tiger offense.
And this is like the tale of two cities. I mean, I was getting worried that first half. I really was trying to find out where the Tigers were.
Yeah, Rick and I are very worried up here. Charlie Wells has seen so many of these. He knows you always have a chance. And now there's that back trying to pop it out of there again, and great coverage by your Palmetto Tigers, and get a kick out, a good service with DeVito's Auto located in Ellington, Florida. And what a big night. And on the Tigers sideline over here, I don't know if the cameras will pick this up, sprinklers have come onto the field here. It has now started to rain on the Lake Gibson Parade.
Well, I guess if there's one thing that we didn't have to tend with tonight, it was rain or any type of lightning storm like we have several times this year. So why not just go ahead and make your own? moisture. Just go ahead and wet the field because we haven't had that tonight.
Okay,
Have
so
you seen anything like this? Every week is an adventure.
This is a classic. Now, guys, that water feels awfully good on the side. I don't know if that's reclaimed water or not. Some of the Palmetto Tiger fans are celebrating in the spray.
In Palmetto, we do that for cramps. All right, this is how we take care of any cramps that the players have.
Who needs a jar of pickle juice over there, right? And Gatorade. We got sprinkler systems that will fire up on the field, so this is going to be interesting.
Well, I know one thing. If you can find a maintenance man at 10 o'clock at night, whatever time it is, in Palmetto, good luck.
I mean, we've got some fans watching on TigerVision. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's call it. There's only 12 sprinkler systems out there. Let's get some fans out there. Put your hands over those things. I tell you what you could use. You could use our Kona Ice, one of our great sponsors here. You know, they've got that great-looking Palmetto Tiger P on the Kona Ice plastic cups. And let's round up about 16 of those, and let's cover those bad boys up, and let's finish this one up. But this could go on for a while. And it's pretty – I don't know if you can catch this on the look. They've got one of those kicker nets set up over there by one of the sprinklers. It's on the 25-yard line on the far sideline, and that thing is pouring through that net over there. It's beautiful.
Brian, I've seen a lot of amazing things in my life, but some things I can't talk about on air, but I've never seen anything like this.
All right. I hope Chandler Jessup, our cameraman, he made the huge walk over there from the Palms of Terracea golf course to come up here and man the cameras for us. I hope he was able to pick up on that shot of that water going through the net. Now, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. There's still time on the clock. And with this, weirdness here, anything can happen. Palmetto Tigers are in a two-safety look, prevent defense, kind of a dime look. And now Williams looks and he throws it out there, a little bubble screen out there. And the back's trying to cut it in the middle of the field, tackle him in the middle of the field. And he goes to the 30, gets the first down just across the 35-yard line, stops the clock with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'll tell you one thing, Rick, we've seen some good backs, and add this dude to the list. One reason why we're giving up some yardage is, when you have backs like this Jalen Glover, he's listed at 5'8", 175. He's probably more in the 195 range. He's a fine back. Picks up a first down, stops the clock. So they're still alive in this thing with 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Williams waiting the snap. Sends big Jason Campbell in motion. Oh, look at there. Come on, Charles Miller. Throws it out there. Campbell's tackled inbound, so the clock is going to continue to burn. So great play by Charles Miller back there.
So Kenny Burton just sent us a message. 2018 Tigers motto, it's not how we start, but more importantly how we finish. That's exactly what this Tiger team's all about, because there are times early in the game when you're like, what in the world is going on? But good job, Kenny, because
and there's that back again, middle of the field, got a tackling. And a really nice tackle there. First down again, stops the clock again. This game is not over. 1 minute and 30 seconds. So here's what you want to do if you're coming out. Now you're down. At this point, it's just about out of hand. You'd have to come up with touchdowns and onside kicks. So let's just play defense, Tigers, and shut this thing off. It's a minute and 30 seconds remaining here. Williams out of the shotgun. 4 across the line for the Tigers, dropping in coverage. And there you go, a tipped ball, and then
Day-Day Hill special.
Day-Day Hill special, but on the line of scrimmage there, if we can pick that up on the North Manatee Realty replay, got another, it must have been Reese Lyons out there. Somebody got a piece of the ball on the line of scrimmage before it got out there.
I know one thing, it's very loud out there. Tiger fans, they're blowing those horns. It sounds like the World Cup.
Yeah, 1 minute and 17 seconds with the incomplete pass. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear away, or whatever they do over there. So now Williams has got it. Big Gavin Carter's out here wide, out there with Jason Campbell also on this sideline. He looks to the left now. He's trying to sell the out and up, didn't get it, and there's their great receiver, gets out of bounds, and that's going to be McNeely out there
Pass
again.
reception by number 8.
Number
Julian
8,
Cervantes along the
Julian
left sideline.
Cervantes. That's
Out
a
of bounds.
5'11", 165-pound junior out there making a nice catch, and very heads-up play to get out of bounds there to stop the clock with 1:09.
Just got to keep everything in front of us, Brian. Just keep it in front, right?
If you're scared, say you're scared. All right, Tigers. We've been too much drama this year. Let's go, Tigers. Let's shut them down. The inside handoff, and he goes for the first down. And, big back, running for big yards. And that was the interesting wrinkle. They slipped a fullback in there. Number 21 was Taron Boykins. Nice 5'8", 202-pounder. Inside of a minute now, 55 seconds on the clock. He throws it out there wide. He's got receiver out there. Carter shakes a tackle and then tackled on the sideline. Ball came out, but out of bounds.
Yeah, we should have a hold over there. I think there was a hold on Derek Marino as he's trying to make the tackle.
Good call. You got the flag out there, Rick.
Reception by number 24,
So good call.
Gavin Carter on that far side of the field.
45 seconds
on the
remain.
play.
That's going to back him up 10 from this spot. So it's going to be 1st and 20 down and distance, really irrelevant. They need to pick up 6 here. Now, options. We know we've seen the very long receiver out there, Sam McCall, 6'2", 180-pounder. It's about the point in the game where you have to really start throwing the ball in the end zone. So a good opportunity here for the Palmetto Tiger defense to come up with a sack, because he's going to be hanging on to the ball a little bit longer than normal out there. Carter's out here wide, Gavin Carter. He's got Jason Campbell out there, 6'1", 180 pounds. So they go out there 6'3", 6'1", big receivers. Campbell steps up toward the line of scrimmage prior to the ball being snapped. McNeely in motion, going to try to run a wheel route over here. Not complete. Good pressure there by the Palmetto defense. Forced an early throw, but pretty good coverage on the backside of that wheel route.
Yeah, it really was, and not a good throw anyway there by Williams, by Travis Williams. But, right now with 34 seconds to go, they're just trying to come up with some type of last attempt to get into the end zone and have an opportunity to kick an onside. But
yeah, 19.
They're running out of time, and
they're running out of point. There's not enough time to get the amount of points you need on the board, trailing in this one, 51-32. Come on, Tigers, let's have the interception. Hands it off, keeps the ball. Interesting call there, Marino.
Yeah, good job, Derek. Good job. Kind of surprised, actually.
Yeah, I'm shocked with that amount of time left, and so they're pretty much probably calling off the dogs here.
Yeah,
at this point.
I think it's over. They're not even trying to go back up to the line and snap a
10, 9, 8. This game is over. The big gal is singing. So Palmetto Tigers come out victorious, 51-32. We're not going to have any post-game interview with the coaches here, but I can tell you how that one would go, Rick. You may be down, but you are never out of the game. And the relentless heart of this Palmetto Tigers, things were not going their way tonight at all. But one thing they did was they stayed in the game, and they played with a lot of heart to come up with a big victory against a school that's in the 8A. Palmetto High is really a 6A school that plays 7A because of traveling and considerations. So we play up in rank, play against a very good team, and come out with a big win tonight.
Yeah, I think if Coach Marino, if we were talking to him now, he's going to be very proud of the effort tonight, and he was proud last week, and we heard him talk about it. But you always worry about that letdown from a loss of that nature last week. What's going to happen? And they started off slow, but he always preaches that it's 48 minutes, right? You got to play 48 minutes of football, and that's exactly what these Tiger players did tonight. And even though they were down, it was looking kind of bleak. We were sounding bleak, and they came out here and they put on a show starting that second quarter, and the second half was really something to cherish, Brian, because offensively we showed everyone what we're capable of doing.
Yeah, and that's fun. I'm waiting for some final game statistics from our Atlanta studios from Steve Johnson. You know, Kenny's text earlier, it's not how you start, but more importantly, how you finish. Well, the Tigers finished strong, and to that point, you know, up there, Matt Brazelton up there coaching the defense tonight, he had to have one of the most frustrating nights you could possibly have up there. But a big point in the game is when they did that little stunt there, and Matty Wyatt came clean off there for a big sack in the game. Another the Palmetto Tiger defense continues to have forced fumbled, and they need to have forced fumbles, but a huge play there over there by Mike Goff forcing another fumble. I think he has 3 or 4. I would have to look at the statistics, but, you know, big plays, you know, right when we needed them.
Yeah, and you know what, Brian, I don't think we can understate that enough. I mean, we need to really analyze that and think how critical it was for us to get those 2 turnovers, because that really gave us an opportunity offensively to get the ball back, to score again, and to separate us from Lake Gibson, because, you know, we were down a point in the third quarter, and we were able to come out here and get another turnover. Offensively, they made something happen, and that's what we always preach. I mean, when you get a turnover, you got to get some points on the board, and we did that tonight. So, as bad as it seemed at times defensively, those boys played with a lot of heart, and they made some good plays that really helped us score points.
Yeah, big plays in the games by the Palmetto defense. You know, if you looked at the plays there, the final statistics coming in from our studio in Atlanta, Palmetto very balanced tonight. 36 rushes for 147 yards. And Anthony Marino, 18 for 22 passing for 241 yards. So 388 total yards. Lake Gibson, now hang on to your hats, 30 rushes, 266 yards, 16 for 33 passing, 202 yards, 468 total yards. So a very nice performance by the Lake Gibson offensive team. But the story tonight was the timely turnovers, forced turnovers by this Palmetto Tiger defense.
Yes, sir, Brian. Charlie Wells just pointed out, so true. I mean, the Tiger defense, they played their best defense there in the fourth quarter. You know, when it really mattered the most, when we really needed them to put a stop to this foolishness that was going on offensively for Lake Gibson, they did that. And because of that, our offense was able to get the ball back and really just turned it on and made all of us in this booth breathe a lot easier.
Yeah, and looking here, and we want to always, as always, thanks the guys in the TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC, the production staff down there that do all the hard work in the game. Jordan down there, you know, I think I said to him somewhere during the day, wouldn't it be sweet when we had the statistics up there if we had the logos of both the teams on each side? And there it is. So it magically appears. The work that goes on down there, Christian McClanahan, Chris Bussell, our director down there, Chandler up there, Chandler Jessup on the cameras, and we had Mike Keller up there providing camera work for us tonight. The hard work by the TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC crew. You know, those guys are here a few hours early. They're running cables, setting those things up. Guys down there, superior job. A bit of a scramble tonight, but we appreciate you so much for making it so easy for, you know, the talking heads up here in the box. To summarize the game, Rick, just exciting again. A little too exciting for me. I'm ready for a snoozer. You know, would like to see one of those here soon.
Yeah, you know, Coach Marino, his schedule is never easy, and he'll tell you, if you want to be the best, you got to play the best. You got to play great teams. You can't try to play this game against mediocre teams. He's going to schedule hard competition, and that makes these guys better. And, you know, we just really have to take our hats off to this Tiger team. To do what they were able to do, especially in the second half, is really remarkable, and it just really shows the character of this team. And since we don't have Tom Porter here tonight interviewing every player and their parents, we'll be able to get out here a little quicker.
He looks funny anyway. That's what you get for not being here, Tom. So I'm going to wrap it up with a Hungry Howie's post-game report. Tonight's final score from Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. The Palmetto Tigers, 51. The Lake Gibson Braves, 32. As always, we want to thank the #1 internet sports broadcast fans in the world, our TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC viewers, for watching. Be sure to join us again next Friday, September 28th, as we'll be back home here north of the river in Palmetto at Harley Stadium to face the Sarasota High School Sailors. For those of you that are attending the game, be sure to wear your red shirts and red gear. To get your fresh Palmetto Tiger gear, you can now shop on the www.palmettotigers.com page. My broadcast partners, Mr. Rick Wells, and up with us visiting tonight, Charlie Wells. Ken Burton Jr. out there playing hooky along with Tom Porter and I, along with the production staff of TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC via PalmettoTigers.com. Remind you that when it comes to great football north of the river, there's only one option. It's all about the one and only team, the original, your Palmetto Tigers. One town, one team. Stay safe, be original, show that Tiger pride. We'll see you next week. Go Tigers.